just weird to me that like out of all three of us, you're the one that hasn't played anything because you're the guy that's beaten like 6 games in a 24-hour period before.
Yeah, like
Does that happen?
6 games of solitaire in Minesweeper.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, didn't you finish like all the BioWare games in a week at one point or something like that?
You're thinking like Bioshock? Is that what you meant?
No, I meant the BioWare games, like Dragon Age and shit. They're like 100-hour games.
Sonic Chronicles, Dark Brotherhood.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever finished a Sonic game.
Man.
Sonic Spinball.
No one finished.
I don't think I've ever. I may have played Sonic Spinball when I was younger, but I don't remember much about it. Frame rate did not look very good from when we saw Derek playing it.
It's a good game.
Yeah, right. You put it on the worst games of all time list.
Okay, it's a bad game, but I really have a lot. I have a lot of like. I've got a lot of happy memories playing that game with my mom when she wasn't, on drugs. Anyway, hi, hello.
Was that pre or post the urination, or?
I wouldn't know. I didn't ask. However, I did get a really weird text from a buddy of mine saying, "Happy anniversary for when on the day that you came out of your mom's vagina yesterday, because yesterday's my birthday." So that was really fun. It's a really
early birthday.
Right? Well,
I mean, was it even true though? It could have been a C-section.
To be honest with you, in 30 years, I've never asked if she pushed me out or if they pulled me out. I've never asked.
Well, it probably wasn't a C-section because normally they talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they don't. I don't know. This family's kind of weird. I don't know if you really well. My family isn't weird, but the older folks, they're weird. Anyway, hello. How do I do this anymore, Ralph? I don't know. It's been like 100 episodes since I've done this. Hello, welcome to this week's edition of the Level Up Show. I am your host, Derek.
Welcome.
Hello, thank you. I haven't hosted in a while. That's been Ralph's job. We're fucking around with some things right now just because we can. But we're here. I'm here. Ralph's here. Hello, Ralph.
Hello, I'm here.
How are you?
I'm just fine.
Great.
Glad to be here. As a guest.
I hope you're happy to be here. I'm happy you are here.
It's expensive to book him.
Yeah, it's a big flight to get him out here sitting right across from me.
Yeah.
And just with the whole get up. It's all fake behind him. It's a green screen. So he could actually just go to Hawaii if you wanted to and all that stuff. It's all a fabrication.
I usually do it from Hawaii. So yeah.
I like to just do it. It doesn't really matter where it's at, just as long as I can do it. That's really kind of the thing for me. Also with us, of course, is the only Iowa fan known to Missouri.
That's definitely not true. It was kind of surprising they didn't know who Anthony Hitchens was, but
my sister-in-law is a big Iowa fan, but she's from Iowa, so
that makes sense.
Yeah. I like how Colin Cowherd just totally just hates the Hawkeyes, and then out of nowhere claims that their quarterback is somehow a top talent for the next NFL draft. Nobody else is saying that.
I can't listen to Cowherd anymore. Like I used to like Cowherd, but I just can't, man.
I don't know where that comes from.
He's a weird guy.
I don't even know if he's watched the Hawkeyes play. I bet he has never watched the Hawkeyes play, and then also he's like, "Oh yeah, that guy, he's going to be a top 10."
They just throw darts at a board, and they just go, "Fuck, I don't know."
Did you hear that interview he did with Baker Mayfield? And they were talking about Baker Mayfield doing some kind of dance and or like hip thrusting after a touchdown, and Colin Cowherd said hip thrusting, not a fan. And I keep wanting to get that clip and use it as my ringtone or something. He was I don't know. He was not impressed with Baker Mayfield.
Is he married? And his wife confirmed that hip thrusting is not something he's into.
I think it's more that he has no kids, so that tells you probably what it is.
Oh, okay.
I think he has kids. He's been divorced. I know that.
Were these children adopted?
I used to listen to him on ESPN radio. But
I liked him on ESPN.
Fox Sports now.
But yeah, ever since he left ESPN, I just can't. I don't know, man.
Can't join the herd.
I'm not on the herd anymore. I'm off the herd.
Okay. Did you get run over by the herd?
No, only by Santa's reindeer.
Okay.
But it was because
timely.
I was trying to save Grandma.
Oh, I was going to say, did they confuse you with grandma or?
No, I pushed her out of the way, and then Jay just bowled me over.
Yeah.
Just hip thrusted me to death. It was
Oh no!
Not a fan.
Yeah, like, you might want to call the cops. I think something happened. You need to report.
it was the opposite of bestiality. They just fucked me right up. Yeah, hi.
dear.
Hello, this is the show that I don't remember how to host. I thought about listening to an episode where I hosted forever ago, but I didn't. So I don't really remember how to do
Man,
this.
you think I knew how to host? I
Well-
just waited. I just
I
tried
don't
to
know.
fill the dead air between you guys talking.
The only thing I've ever filled is a cup, and that was because of Jay and Silent Bob back in the day. You probably don't remember that quote from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, do you?
No,
He puts
I don't.
that Moobies cup on his dick, and it gets real hard because he sees what's her name, Shannon Elizabeth, and he looks at Bob and
man.
goes, "Dude, I think I just filled the cup." I used to say that all the time as a child because I love Jay and Silent Bob, but I had no idea what it meant.
Hell,
Yeah, that's a
man.
weird.
Too bad Shannon Elizabeth died. I guess I don't know what happened to her.
No, Aretha Franklin died. Shannon Elizabeth
Oh.
is still with us somewhere. I don't know where she's at.
Was she on Charmed? Or I think it's somebody else.
Shannon
No,
Doherty.
that's Shannon
Oh.
Doherty. She was also in a Kevin Smith movie, but that was Mallrats.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Shannon
Shannon
Elizabeth
Elizabeth
is
from
American Pie.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. She's the hot chick from American Pie. She's no longer like acting or something. I don't know.
The foreign girl.
She was the foreign lady. I'm the foreign host, and this is the show. I don't know how we do this, Ralph. Do you want to start again like we did last week with our new segment?
Whatever it's called, solve the stuff.
Solve the shit. Find the fraud is I think what we're gonna go with because you came up with that and that sounds real good.
Well, if it's something else.
No, I
What'd
I googled it and it's not called that, so you're good.
Okay.
So find the fraud, tentative title, trademark the Level Up Show podcast, care of Careful Ralph.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you 3 game titles and list off their descriptions, and you're gonna tell me which one's the fake one.
So this is a brand new segment to the show. It debuted last week in fruit fashion, and this is the second iteration from Ralph where he tells us 3 games. One of them is real.
One of them's fake. The
One
other
of them's
2 are
fake.
real.
The other 2 are real. Okay.
There's no point to this, and there's no fruit simulators in this one. I'm sorry.
Damn it. Okay. All right,
It's
I'm ready.
real now.
I'm ready.
Okay. First up, we have Tiny Hands Adventure. Join a young T-Rex named Bordy on his quest to find the best replacement for his tiny hands and arms. Help him become the best goalkeeper. Explore several unknown worlds. Find all the collectibles and face bosses that have what you want.
He's never going to be a goalkeeper.
Beautiful 3D graphics.
Okay.
Okay.
And now, hold on. We can't ask questions, right? We were not allowed to ask questions about this.
There's nothing
No.
to ask about
Yeah,
that.
Well,
are you sure his
I
name's
was
not Donald?
Borti. Bordy.
I was going to ask what system this is on. Are these all console games or PC games, or is that not allowed? It's okay.
I'll
It's
tell you
okay
when
if
it's
it's not allowed.
done.
Okay. All right.
I didn't think that far through.
That's fine.
Next up, we have Fun Box Party. Fun Box Party is the perfect party package because having fun together is the best kind of fun. Three arcade games that are perfect for making any party the best one ever. Games include Up Up, Jump Higher and Higher,
Okay. Yeah.
Dragon Escape. Dragons do not only live in legends. You will realize that after playing Dragon Escape.
Okay.
And Microbe. Who will defeat the intestine first? You or your rival?
Okay. Got it.
Fuck.
Okay.
And finally, we have No Rest for the Wicked.
Okay.
The wicked have all been banished to an unsavory place, and they have become very tired. It's your job to keep them awake. Use everything you can find at your disposal, including alarm clocks, bells, whistles, etc. Don't forget to take a nap yourself. You'll run out of energy if you stay awake too long. Local co-op ensures fun time for you and friend. Beautiful hand-drawn sprites.
Okay. I think I know. I think
This is a trick question. Is it all of them?
All of them, yeah. No, I think I know. I think I have a good guess.
I know which one it is.
At one it is. Ryan, you go first.
It's the middle one.
Yep, I'm going with the middle one. The party box party.
Holy shit, you're both wrong.
Oh my god! Yes! I was really hoping I was wrong, but I was super.
Last part about the dragon seemed like.
Yeah, it's all pretty
my
good.
first guess was going to be the T-Rex one, but I mean my second guess was going to be the T-Rex one.
Nope, I would have went with the last one if it was going to be.
Really?
The last one was fake.
Yeah.
I improvised that one.
Yep, that was pretty good though. But No Rest for the Wicked was like the hottest sell. I was like, that's pretty. Like that sounds okay. Keep them awake. Like that's not abnormal.
These
the alarm clocks. Yeah.
Right.
The other two games were Switch games because like I've realized I shouldn't tell you guys this because it's going to ruin the game. But if you go through the Switch eShop, you just and look at the new releases. It's all this bonkers shit. I'm like, this cannot be real.
Are they coming from China, or well, I guess Japan? Are they either China or Japan, but with bad translation?
No.
I honestly thought that first game might be an old game. That's why I asked because it sounded like a Super Nintendo game.
Oh no, it just came out, but I tried to make No Rest for the Wicked have some bad English.
Yeah.
Fun time for you and friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you did a good job. That's why I was like, I'm sold. Like this game sounds real to me.
Okay.
None of those games sounded real.
That's all I was hoping for.
Okay. Good job, Ralph.
Okay, and we can end the segment now because I wanted to get you guys once.
Yes,
you stumped the Schwab.
Yes, stumped the dipshits. Got it.
Man, I could not believe Tiny Hands Adventure was a real game.
That sounds like a. Did you look at any video for any of these games at all?
Just some screenshots. Oh, and that intestine thing in Funbox Party. That's not real. Oh, wait, it is.
That's why I was like, "This is just jump higher." Come on.
I mean that shit was word for word. I took that word for word. I just kind of took out some stuff, but
sure.
Yeah. Okay.
That's awesome. Good job.
That was a segment.
That's find the fraud.
One of you guys could take. Well, like we could change the segment. Like who does it every week if you really wanted, or I could just keep trying it.
I am nowhere near creative enough to do that.
You don't have to come up with a fake game.
I can come up with some fake games. I mean, we can try it. I'm fine with trying it. I'm bad at. I'm not near as funny as you, so I can't do that.
I don't know about that. I just say absurd shit till it sticks.
I will see. Maybe we'll see what we can do. I like you doing it though. I prefer when you're on top. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, but you're a power bottom.
I am a power bottom. That's true.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll keep that segment going, I guess, at some point.
That's Find the Fraud, brought to you by a Moose Drool Brown Ale from Big Sky Brewing in Missoula, Montana. I haven't had one of these since I was out in the old Marlboro Ranch a couple years back. That's the last time I had one of these beers.
You had that in a carton of cigarettes?
No cigarettes. I'm not that kind of guy. But
what about the bubblegum cigarettes? Or the candy cigarettes?
I might have done the candy ones, never the bubblegum ones.
I think it was like bubblegum cigars.
The candy ones were basically chalk sticks, and you just ate them anyway.
Yeah, those weren't.
They weren't good.
I never. If you want to make candy cigarettes to sell to kids, you have to make the candy taste good.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the point was, but
and the cigars actually made more sense because.
What?
You ever tried those?
I don't think I ever tried those. I was a Big League Chew man. I like some Big League Chew.
That stuff's still around too. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know why or how, but yeah, Big League Chew. You know, it's not still around. Ryan shit.
Aretha Franklin.
Yeah, she did. But God rest her soul. RESPECA. Yeah, see you later. All right, that was pretty. I tried.
That went places.
It goes to places. Ryan is super frozen. I'm gonna try to change this here real quick. RESPEC later. That's pretty bad.
That works.
Oh man, that's real dumb. I had to do some stupid things. I don't really want to. Ryan, are you back now? Everything good? Hello.
I have no idea if you guys can't hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I
Yeah.
guess I'm not back.
Yep, I can hear you. You're good. Hello. Ryan is back. He has returned from the dead.
Oh, hi.
Now he's black. Now he's gone. God damn it. Oh, God damn it. How was your week? Ralph, tell me about your week.
Just been working. That's
Pretty uneventful.
yeah, playing some games, working,
Yeah.
you know.
I do.
That's about it.
Yep. I had a weird week. I had a really weird big week being on vacation the last couple of days. That overnight I did was pretty tiring. But yeah, we are in the process of trying to get a new bed frame because we broke our bed frame. Not that way. But we got to get a new bed frame. I think we're gonna go back to the old box spring and mattress, not just the mattress and the slat bed. That might be the way it is. I'd like to clean this basement, get it a little more organized than it is right now. And then we got the birthday party on Saturday, and I'm gonna when I get off the podcast, that is, I'm gonna go upstairs. You know, are you a barbecue man? I guess I'm not really sure if we ever discussed a lot of food stuff on this show. Here's the food segment.
Food like grilling.
Well, I'm talking more like brisket, pulled pork, chicken, barbecue sauce, like Kansas City style, or do you like Georgia style? Do you like that kind of barbecue? Not just like burgers and dogs, but like actual barbecue.
Oh man, I'll eat any of that. But as far as making it, I am clueless.
Sure. My question is like, are you more of a dry rub fan, or do you like are you like a wet rub? Do you like a sauce?
What? I guess I don't even. What would it?
Like a dry rub
taste like?
So like a dry rub is kind of what I'm going to go do upstairs. So my point of in asking this, because I didn't know, when you go to like a barbecue joint or you see like when they're cooking, you see like that thick, like it looks burnt on the outside, like the bark.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So I didn't know like how the fuck to make that. And like, I was like, oh man, I got to figure out how I can do something like that. So I was doing my research and trying to figure out how to go about that. So this recipe I'm going to use from my meat manager, of course, because he fucking knows. He's smart. You slather this this pork shoulder, this pork butt, in yellow mustard. And I'm not a big mustard guy, but the mustard flavor doesn't stick. But that's what you use as your adhesive. So you just slather that bitch in mustard. And then you salt, pepper, paprika.
Man mustard?
Maybe. I did watch Deadpool 2. There is some man mustard in that. Salt, pepper, paprika, and a shit ton of brown sugar. And like that sugar is what helps break down, and then that's what causes that bark. Is like you get that adhesive, and then you let it kind of go to town, and you have to keep it sprayed with some apple cider vinegar, like basically every 30 fucking minutes, to keep it kind of wet. So that's why I'm like, oh man, that's a lot of work with having to do that. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. I'm a little nervous, but I just didn't know if you were more. Do you like your barbecue sauced, or are you more of like I would rather just eat it with whatever flavor the smoker cooks into it?
I don't know. I guess I usually just sauce it, but
yeah,
I would do both.
The wife's a big fan of just like the wife's just a big fan of having a flavor of whatever is cooked on it. She doesn't mind sauce, but she's like, I want to just taste however you. To her point, she's like, if you're gonna make it a certain way, I don't want to ruin it by putting a fucking sauce on it because that kind of takes away from whatever work you did. You know, you can make the plainest pork butt in the world and just put sauce on it, be fine. Where this is going to be a little bit more like I'm trying to build some flavor in there, you know. So. Ryan, what about you? What kind of barbecue do you like? Do you like sauced or do you like a dry, moist barbecue?
Or what are we barbecuing?
I'm putting on a pork butt this weekend is what I'm putting in there.
Well, I don't like pork, so I wouldn't be doing pork.
What about a brisket?
Is that like a steak?
Yeah, it's beef.
I don't like steak either, so.
Ryan's a vegetarian, by the
way. No, steak's too chewy. It tastes terrible.
Well, this like brisket isn't steak. Brisket's just like beef cut. Like it's super moist and really fatty and really juicy.
It's kind of like a Reuben. It's on a Reuben.
Like it's just. I mean, it's very. I mean, the briskets that you get are fucking big, but it's not like steak like where it's chewy and it's got that kind of tenderness where you like. Sitting there forever. Briskets, if you cook it right, it's very tender. It's very like melt in your mouth style beef. If you do it right, I'm not.
I don't really care too much. I'm definitely not going to make it myself. So And I think the most I've ever put on anything is just regular old barbecue sauce and maybe
Sure.
like A1 steak sauce. I have not really done much else.
But like if you went to a party and you had your choice between like a dry barbecue that was like obviously cooked in a smoker or like a sauced barbecue over here that was already pre-sauced, ready to go, like what would you prefer?
I probably wouldn't eat either one of them.
You probably would have stayed home.
Well, all right. RESPE, see you later. Got it. I'm going to just keep hammering home that joke.
That's fine. Bring it home.
Yeah, all right. I mean, yeah, all right. I don't know. That's our food segment, I guess. Again, because this is a completely new show, I guess. Ralph, how about the news?
I can give you some news, and then you tell me what I missed.
I did a little extra research on the news here.
Okay.
Tell me what you got. Tell me about something, Ralph. Teach me.
We got a new Xbox One Elite controller coming in October.
Oh, I didn't see
It's gonna be
this.
just as expensive.
$150. Well,
Oh.
it's rumored, but it sounds like it's
Now,
where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
Grill.
that's how Aretha
Smoker.
Franklin died.
Yeah, I mean, there are fires going on over
Yeah.
where Microsoft's is headquarters.
I don't know.
Phil Spencer just lighting things on fire. He doesn't
Yeah.
care.
I mean, well, I guess I don't know if it's in that part of Washington, but somewhere in Washington there are fires going on.
I
Now,
didn't know that. Now I
The Elite-
feel bad.
the Elite controller is basically just like a giant controller with a lot of like extra toggles on it, right?
You can
Yeah,
like remove or like move some
I
buttons.
think you can. Yeah, I think you can move stuff around. And then you can program it to have it do
Like
whatever.
macros and shit on there.
Yeah, because you can. I think you can set it up to where, like, if you push a button halfway down, it'll do something different than if you push it all the way down.
That's
Like
weird.
stuff like that. But this was rumored to have it where you can pull out the analog sticks and put in different ones, or have like one analog stick just be different than the other. Like some people like them.
Like a fighting style, kind of like one or the other.
Well, I'm trying to think here, but like an original. Well, okay, so like a PS2 analog stick.
Yep.
If you compared that to like a 360 or well, even original Xbox, like PS2 is like more rounded,
Yep. Very smooth.
and so it's
have
like convex, and the other one's concave, kind of.
Because there's
So,
there's like a whatever.
Like it goes
A
in.
divot. Yeah, like a divot or some kind of thing.
I mean, so you could have like one of each, something like that. I mean, I don't know why you would, or like I think you can even have the sticks be up higher, because I feel like the sticks on the PS3 controllers were kind of higher up compared to I don't know, Xbox One at least, and PS4. But whatever, we're all gonna get one of these. So
What I remember, and maybe I'm wrong, was the PlayStation 2. Didn't they have like more of a matte finish on the analog sticks? It wasn't like a smooth rubber. I feel like I have like a matte. Do you have one close to you, Ryan?
It's in the other room.
I feel like it had like a matte finish on there, and it wasn't like these new ones where the rubber like fucking breaks all the time.
Actually, maybe it's over there.
Yeah, go grab it. I want to see.
yeah, I'm not really sure.
I feel like there was like a matte finish on there. I could be completely misremembering this, but I can't remember.
I really don't know. I don't know. I know like the GameCube analog stick is weird, and the N64 one compared to the
I
other
don't
ones.
know how you describe it.
To me, it was like there's like a matte finish, like almost kind of a grip to it, where it's not smooth like the other ones, and they're like it feels a little, it grabs onto your thumb a little bit nicer than like that smooth rubber they use now.
I thought they all had this.
Is it
Don't they? They don't all have this like little
like the
rubbery stuff that you can.
No, like the new ones don't. The new ones are like that smooth, weird rubber that is just like, and the buttons now are a little less perfectly rounded, I guess, aren't they? And there's like a little bit more substance to them.
They're like, I thought they were concave, aren't they?
They're not. Yeah, I think they're concave now. I mean, you should have just grabbed a PS4 controller too, I guess, while you're up. But
that's a mean room.
yeah, I feel like the PS4 one's concave a little bit now. So then it's
The PS3 was kind of like this one.
PS3 was the same thing as that, except for it was that smooth rubber too. And then
I got a Switch right here.
And so the Switch one's concave too, right? No, it's a little concave.
Yeah,
because it's got that divot around the circle there, which kind of holds your thumb in place. I really liked It's a weird conversation. I really like that matte finish of the PS2 controllers. Like I thought that gripped your thumbs really well. So you put that on like a concave controller, it's really nice.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. This is definitely for like just a small segment of the Xbox audience, but I guess
people that
cool.
want that shit. Yeah, people that
it's
really
cool
want
to do stuff like that. But like that'd have to be like the only system I owned, I guess. I was going to pay that much for a controller, or I'd have to be like a professional. I don't know. That's a lot of money, but that's that.
I don't think I can deal with that.
I mean, I wouldn't mind using an Elite controller one time just to see what it was like. But
right, to kind of test it.
What if you were a professional amateur?
Amateur.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Pro-am.
I've been a pre-amateur before.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about Yakuza being pitched to both Microsoft and Nintendo, and both of them said nah?
Oh wow! I knew that like Nintendo was already like a no, or I remember reading something about them being like, yeah, no, because something didn't sell well on there. Or
yeah, the tiny hands, they are all over that.
Yeah. Well, this would have been right after, I guess, basically after Dreamcast died. So they were starting to, Sega was going to start doing third-party publishing, put their shit on other systems. So I think they were just spitballing Yakuza. And I mean,
why'd they take Bayonetta then? Because Bayonetta was also Sega.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been several years later, I guess. But
I think Bayonetta might have sold better than Yakuza did, too, because I think Yakuza wasn't really selling that well for a while here.
That's what I remember reading was like Yakuza just didn't sell for shit. I mean, pervs are going to buy Bayonetta, so like it's going to sell because people are weird and pervy. people also like those style of games, I guess. But people are also just kind of weird and pervy. So there's that. I don't know.
I mean, Yakuza is probably kind of when it first came out in America, it's probably kind of a hard sell because like nobody knew what the hell it was. Foot like that. That meant just as much then as it does now.
Yeah. Michael Madsen, everyone was like, "Oh, the Kill Bill guy? Yeah, sure, whatever."
But I mean, I feel like the cover of the first game like didn't even look that interesting, and like I don't know, it just
the first Yakuza.
Yeah, but I could be wrong. Whatever. It's not really a big deal, but that came up. Yakuza being pitched. Let's see. I'm gonna save the hottest news for last, or at least what I think is the hottest.
You finished strong. I'll tell you what I've got after that.
Well, there's one more after this one, but it's already been revealed now. But Diablo 3 is coming to Switch.
Yes.
In December.
Awful video. I saw that awful video today.
Oh, I didn't even watch it.
Really?
You can get an armor set, make you look like Ganondorf. You get a Kuko, whatever the hell it is a pet.
Yeah.
A Tony Kukoc, yep.
I wish. I didn't even know they had pets in Diablo 3. And I have finished that game.
I don't remember that, to be honest with you. I also finished that game.
But it's going to be 60 frames a second, which I was happy to hear. 960p docked, 720 undocked.
That's not bad.
I mean, that's usually about what Switch stuff seems to be, it seems like. In the 900p's. Diablo 3. There you go. Finally.
Nice. Yep. What we've all been waiting for.
Is it coming with the Necromancer DLC?
I think it's coming with everything.
Yeah, because now on PS4 and Xbox One, they have like a retail version of Diablo 3 Eternal.
Yes.
Whoever has all that stuff on it.
Oh, God damn it.
Because it's got a different cover.
Ryan's pre-ordering it right now or going to buy it.
I already bought Diablo 3 without the internal crap in it, and I bought the DLC separate, so it's too late.
Man.
So this one's
to apologize.
This one's the same as those, but this one's listed at 60, and I think that Eternal Collection's 40 on PS4 and Xbox One. But
yeah, I should have waited, but oh well.
Nintendo. The video that you missed out on has Reggie in it and one of the heads of Blizzard, which is pretty great. It's a pretty good video.
Okay.
Reggie's sitting there and the lights start flickering. He's like, "What is going on with these lights?" And then all of a sudden the Blizzard dude pops up. He's like, "Hey, Reggie!" And it's like, "Hey, great to hear from you."
What the hell?
It's real dumb. It's
so
typical bad Reggie acting.
Overwatch is probably coming also.
That I think is a good idea. Diablo 3 is
sounded like. I think it'd be kind of cool to have Diablo 3 portable, but
yeah, I think Overwatch is cooler in my opinion. But that leads me to want an Overwatch single player campaign even more because playing that game,
you're not getting it.
I know
you're not unless you're going to start having a competitive Overwatch single player campaign tournament.
Overwatch on Switch would be like playing Fortnite on Switch.
Yeah, so, which not great, but I think it would still sell. I think Overwatch on the Switch would sell.
It would. I mean, that Paladins game
sold
on
really
Switch
well
now. Yeah, and I mean, a lot of people are playing it. But what I thought was the hottest news, mostly for Ryan's sake, and he probably already heard this, THQ Nordic has announced the acquisition of Second Sight.
No, I haven't heard that. I hate that game.
And the Time Splitters trilogy. I remember you saying Second Sight sucked.
Yeah, it's not good. I bought that because
PsyOps?
Well, so there was like PsyOps and Second Sight. And at the time, I hadn't played either one. And Jim Sterling recommended Second Sight. And that game fucking sucks. And you know what else Jim Sterling recommended? Prototype over Infamous.
I mean, that's a terrible idea, but then again, people think that's the same game. So
yeah, well, Jim Sterling does not.
Is that the people that is that Coke or Coke Media? Coke Media?
How's it spelled?
Koch.
Coke, yeah. Well, I think. Yeah, I don't understand because like Deep Silver's involved with this also. Maybe Coke owns.
I think they own them. I feel like Coke.
Maybe they own both of them.
Yeah, I think they own both. I think they own Deep Silver.
It'd be cool if they put like a Time Splitters trilogy out, but who knows? That's probably not going to happen.
I mean, they said there's a project in the works. I remember reading that article. So
does it even matter? Who made it? Wasn't it Rare? And then the people that went on to make Haze, like, weren't those the people that made those Time Splitters games?
Free Radical.
Free Radical is what I read. Yeah.
So then, if somebody else makes it, it has nothing to do with the originals. What does it even matter?
Well,
like if somebody makes a new one.
I mean, I would rather them put out this. If they're going to put out the old games again, I'd rather put them out as one
compilation,
as opposed to.
So do you think that's what they're doing? Visually, just acquiring those to re-release the old games.
I think they'll do that first, just like the THQ Nordic did with Darksiders 1 and 2, and then Red Faction
1 and 2.
I assume they're making another Red Faction, but that hasn't been announced. Whatever. That was my news. We got Derek.
Yeah. Maybe I could give Second Sight another shot and hate it again.
I've got five articles, 5 pieces of news for you.
Oh man,
most of which you won't care about, but that's fine. First, the least interesting to you guys, WWE 2K19, their single player story mode is going to be about Daniel Bryan and his comeback, which is kind of interesting. They had a big press release. They had a big press thing out in that's how little he cares.
Ryan's comeback.
Yeah. Doesn't carry up. They flew a bunch of people out to Washington, took them to Daniel Bryan's old high school. And he talked about the high school and his upbringing and all that stuff. And the story mode seems okay. I don't know. Like, I haven't bought a WWE game in years. I had that Stone Cold one that I bought, but that's been the last one I bought. And I bought that on sale. But I love Daniel Bryan, and that story is great. Like, that is a very awesome story. So to hear that being a single player campaign like that might be pretty cool, like showcasing some of his big matches, and obviously him winning at WrestleMania 30 and then being just the general manager and all that shit. Like, that's interesting. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to play the game though. That's the problem.
I don't really want to do that unless they somehow make it great again. make wrestling great again. Is that a thing?
It's still they've been trying to do it for years.
Yeah, they really need to stop letting 2K make these games, in my opinion.
Well, it's Ukes who keeps developing them.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened because Ukes made like the old Raw versus SmackDown, and
I'm pretty sure all those people
Whatever
are
games.
long gone though.
it must be because like I think they've been making the wrestling games since
90.
mid.
Yeah.
Well, probably since PlayStation 1, they've been making. Because one SmackDown on PlayStation 1.
I'll tell you right now how many youth games they have made.
So, I mean, I don't think they made any of them on N64.
So 2000 was their first WWF game with SmackDown. Then it was Royal Rumble, SmackDown 2, Just Bring It, X8, Shut Your Mouth, 19, Here Comes the Pain, Day of Reckoning, SmackDown vs. Raw, Day of Reckoning 2, SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. You get the picture. Legends of WrestleMania, 2010, 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. But here's the thing. In between all that, they've been making other games with THQ. It looks to be. Or at least THQ is publishing them. Like
I didn't even know what they made.
Real Steel, UFC Undisputed 3, Pacific Rim they made. Before that, they did Mobile Suit Gundam, Double D Dodgeball, which sounds exactly like what you think it is.
What?
No, it's not really that. It's a sports game.
How big are the bangs in that game?
At least D, maybe double. I'm not sure. They did.
They're at least double D.
They did some Wrestle Kingdom games back on the PS2. Like they made some other. It's New Japan Wrestling's version.
Oh, okay, that's why. Okay.
But yeah, like they were doing other games than just that. Right now, like you can only make people make the same games for so fucking long, right?
Yeah, Call of Duty. Yeah.
But at least there's 3 teams with that.
Yeah, I don't
Torture
know.
3 different teams. Yeah.
Yep, right.
It'd be nice if somebody else made them, or at least if they like totally changed up the games. But
right. I mean, you see screenshots for that. I don't know why I've not really played the game, but that Fire Pro Wrestling World game, like the screenshots of that like weird story mode reminds me of like Howtiful Boyfriend, just because it's like a still shot of like wrestlers in front of a wrestling ring, and they're like, it's just real dumb looking. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that game sounds pretty hot.
It sounds like a good time, to be honest with you. So I'm not going to pay full price for it, but if that drops, I will probably pick up that game because
I'm guessing it's not going to sell well. So
I'm hoping it sells well. I'm not saying it's going to, but I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Let's see what else I got for you. Bethesda Softworks continues to push Sony to do the crossplay. Eurogamer apparently reporting that not having it with Fallout 76, but that Elder Scrolls Legends game is saying that Vice President Pete Hines saying that they need crossplay with Legends. It's absolutely critical for everyone to be able to play crossplay for Legends. Now, in my opinion, that just reads as that game ain't gonna sell for shit. So we need a lot of people playing it. Yeah,
that's a responsibility, though, right? Yeah. If they need it.
Yeah, I mean, this is. He says Pete Hines says, but for Legends, it's absolutely critical. Both crossplay, which is how Legends works right now on every device. You're playing against somebody who could be on any device, and more importantly, cross-platform progression, which means no matter what you do on any platform, you can load up the game, and so long as you're logged in here, all your progression is there.
Is that game going to be free or no?
I don't remember if that one was going to be free or not.
Maybe not. I don't. But it was coming to phones also, right?
Yes.
Okay, maybe that's just what I was thinking.
Yeah, it just says available now on PC and mobile and be relaunched later this year on PS4, Switch, and Xbox One.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was out now.
I feel like is Legends the card game? I'm thinking that other game. Yeah, I'm thinking
of the Skyrim looking one or whatever it was.
Either way, they're just continuing to push for Sony to do that, which I don't think they're going to do. I don't think Sony's going to bend to anybody's will, to be honest with you, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, probably not unless they have to. Like if stuff's not selling, but
things are selling, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Another quick article. This only kind of I don't know. You guys both might care about this. Arcane has come out and said they're going to take a break with the Dishonored series.
You're going to make
hopefully you do Prey 2.
Yeah,
good. Yeah, Arcane lead designer Ricardo Barre, I'm not sure how to say his last name. I'm sorry. Said that Dishonored's taking a break for the moment for any future releases. Can't say definitively what might happen down the road, but anything could happen. But Dishonored is resting for now. They had Death of the Outsider back last year sometime.
Did they lose in a casket match, The Undertaker?
They might have. They got disavowed by The Undertaker. But yeah, no more Dishonored for now, which I've never played Dishonored 1 or 2, so
They're not too bad.
For me.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll come back to it at some point.
Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't. I mean, this series got to sell okay at least. I don't know.
When the new consoles come out, you got to re-release all the old ones. So
that's the new fad. Yeah, that's the new thing. I thought you might pull this, Ralph. Finally, Dark Souls Remastered has an announced date for the Switch. Maybe you care.
I don't really, because I don't think it's going to run that well.
October 19th, coming out for the Switch with that sweet-ass amiibo.
They finally fixed the amiibo.
Yep.
They had to get that delay just for the amiibo.
Yeah, the Solaire of Astora amiibo will be launching day and date with the Nintendo Switch version. PlayStation and obviously Xbox One PC version is already out, and then they had to overhaul it. So it's going to run 10. It's going to run 1080p at 30 and 720p at 30 on handheld mode.
Is it bundled? Is that amiibo bundled?
Nope. Gotta buy it. Nope. Gotta buy it.
GameStop exclusive. The amiibo.
No cross-platform for the multiplayer, but it will come with the DLC.
Wasn't Secret of Mana a GameStop exclusive?
Yeah.
Yes.
But GameFly is selling it.
That just means people traded it in, probably.
I don't think you can do that.
Oh,
well,
really?
GameFly could have
partnered with them.
Some from GameStop. I don't know how that works.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they were selling it for $20. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited about Dark Souls. Like, I would like to play that remaster. I still haven't bought it, but I would be interested to play it because I've never played one of those games aside from Bloodborne, which is, I know, technically the same thing, but not the same thing.
Play it on PS4. Don't play it on.
I'll wait for it to get cheap. I'll wait for it to
just
like
play. I played Dark Souls 3 instead of the first one.
That's what everyone else says. Just play the third one, but whatever.
It's probably pretty cheap now. So yeah.
And last but not least, a follow-up from last week from Jason
Schreier. Copies of the third one.
You could just throw one my way, man.
Yeah. Well, it's got all the DLC, one doesn't. Yeah.
I don't care. Whatever. It doesn't matter to me. I'll just rent it and send it back to you. IGN, so that's a follow-up from last year. This is Jason Schreier over at Kotaku. Polls ex-editors post after dozens more plagiarism accusations surface. So we talked last week about this guy plagiarizing the fuck out of this Dead Cells review, right?
Wasn't intentional, though. So.
Supposedly to him, and it had never happened before he posted, then deleted his post because in his post on Twitter or wherever, it was like, I dare you guys to find another instance of this happening. And then the internet said, fuck you. Here's every other review you've ever done. And they're all fucking plagiarized.
Just like, I'm trying to work out in my mind how like unintentional plagiarism happens. Like, I don't know how that happens.
I just don't get it, man. Like
if somebody gave you something and you published it, but then you're still plagiarizing it because you didn't do the work.
So I'll have to send you guys an article because this article is pretty good. I'm not a huge Schreier fan, but IGN hired him last October, and they're going to re-review the games that he reviewed, like Doom and Skyrim, because it is apparently all sorts of fucking plagiarized. So let me get here. A YouTuber accused him, obviously, of Dead Cells, and then they fired him on Tuesday. Then apparent plagiarism with his review of a FIFA game. That happened on that same day, it looked like. And then Friday night, he posted it saying, oh, man, not at all intentional, never done this sort of thing before. And then everyone commented being like, oh, what about this? Bayonetta 2.
What about this intentional plagiarism here?
Bayonetta 2, he stole shit from a Polygon review. Polygon video that took word for word.
So that's weird. So, like, if he's stealing stuff from, like, Polygon, he should have been caught a long time ago. How is Polygon not paying attention to IGN?
That's crazy. A NeoGAF post is talking about all kinds of different. He was literally reading Wikipedia excerpts about Super Mario Odyssey and Shantae Half Cheaty Hero, word for word.
That seems crazy too. If he's copying from Wikipedia, he should have been caught a long time ago.
Maybe he wrote it on Wikipedia then.
He's referencing himself. That's okay.
That's going to be a new Weird Al song. I wrote it on Wikipedia. The list included an Octopath Traveler article that an IGN colleague reviewed, and he copied it. He copied it from that. Dozen more. There's a whole different thing talking about different games that he had done. He put his LinkedIn resume out there if you guys want to take a look and see if maybe you want to hire him.
Did he plagiarize his resume?
He might have. But IGN people have made statements. This is from Justin Davis. Deeply disappointed and upset that it's looking more and more likely that we unwittingly hosted work that was directly lifted from, or at best, heavily derived from others. I assure you that we are taking very active steps to remove it all and make it right. I feel betrayed. This is Fran Mirabella. This is the video boss who's worked over at 18 years at IGN as a producer. Tonight, IGN took down more content from our over concerns that the work by Philip, had been copied. After 18 years at IGN as a reviewer, a producer, it's despicable. Authors and supporters affected. I'm sorry, nobody at IGN stands for this. This is a personal statement of my own. And there was a couple different people. What's funny is, and I can't even fucking think of this guy's name. Who's one of the video guys for IGN that does a lot of like different podcasts and shit? I kind of took over after Greg left.
I couldn't name anybody at IGN.
We just talked about Colin
Moriarty or something.
Colin Moriarty. Yep. So he was like, "Yo, I'll fly you to San Francisco so I can talk to you face to face." And this dude's like, "Nope, not doing it." Like, I just can't. Like, I'm sorry. This is the accuser, because people then found out that the accuser looked like he might have plagiarized some people's stuff too. It's a super big circle jerk.
Yeah.
But this guy that posted about like how his shit got plagiarized also had stuff that he might have been plagiarizing. And so Colin's like, "Dude, just come out here. Like, I just want to shoot the shit with you, talk to you." And he's like, "Sorry, our political views don't line up, so I'm not going to come out there." Like, basically hiding about it. But then people were roasting Colin online because they're like, "Oh yeah, Colin's going after the fucking people don't like just for ratings." And he's like, "I don't know what you fucking people want from me. Like, I just want answers. I don't know why people are getting all heated." But this has turned into a fucking nightmare of things, dude. Like, it's been nuts.
Yeah.
Colin Moriarty said that weird thing about women should be in the kitchen or something.
Oh. Sounds like Ninja. Ninja doesn't want to scream with women.
I think that's different. But
serious though, or was he joking? I mean, it's not a great joke, but if he's,
it was a tweet. I don't know when they got him off of Kind of Funny or whatever. That it was him and Greg Miller and whoever else did that stupid shit. They kicked him off that. So I don't know. He's still trying to repair his image. I guess is the point, and it's never going to happen.
Yeah, I don't see like stuff like that. Like if he was joking, not a great joke, but I don't need to destroy his life over it.
Yeah, it's hard to say with a tweet.
It's same thing with this dude who plagiarized stuff. Like, yeah, he's fired, but he was fired, so like it should end there. People shouldn't be doing anything else beyond that.
I mean, it's the internet where people get like, I mean, fucking what's his name got fired from Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because of shit that he tweeted 8 years ago.
Yeah,
James Gunn. Like that, it's fucking stupid, dude. Like, that's the culture we live in, is that these people can just dig through this data and find it and be like, "Oh, you said it once, so it must be the whole, it's got to be how you feel." And then people lose their fucking job over it. Like, plagiarizing is a little different than the James Gunn thing, but it's that kind of culture of people will roast you about everything, and it's fucking terrible.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. Like, so I get he's fired. That makes sense, but like, you don't need.
But
to
it's done.
Keep
it's
piling
done.
On that. Yeah, don't keep piling on that dude. Like,
leave it as it is.
Yeah,
he's already lost his livelihood. Like, let it go. And it's like I said, it goes back to, for me, the James Gunn stuff of like, this dude said stupid shit 8 years ago. Holy shit, haven't we all fucking said something dumb? Who gives a shit? Like, yeah, it's different because it's the internet and you said it where people can read it. But I mean, that's the culture we live in. Is you'll be burned at the stake for every little thing because everybody will hunt it down and find it. And like that lesbian chick from Orange is the New Black is going to be Batwoman, and deleted her Twitter because fucking idiots were like harassing her about it.
Oh, which one is that? Which girl is that?
Ruby Rose.
Is that her name in the show, or is that
she's the really good-looking, dark-haired, short-haired one that Piper had a thing with when she went to that.
Oh, that was like a few seasons ago.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 seasons ago.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
She's Australian.
Yeah, she got an accent. Yeah.
Yep. She's real good-looking, but she's going to be Batwoman, and people attacked her for it, and so she deleted her Twitter because she's like, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, like, that is weird.
It's a fucked up thing that we have to deal with in this society over nothing. Like, who gives a shit, dude?
It's so easy to voice your opinion with no consequences.
But it's so easy to get everyone else to join in on your fucking opinion too, and just gang up for fucking nothing. To what end? What is it gonna do? Like, who gives a shit? Your opinion sucks. Fuck off. Like, say it and move on. You don't have to be. It doesn't have to be a hate mob. And like, that's the problem. Is all these things become hate mobs of people just bitching, and then another person, oh man, you found somebody that agrees with you, and you just churn this hate for no fucking reason.
A lot of times it's not even like they're attacking people over stuff that they didn't even say. Like that time that the angry video game nerd talked about how he wasn't going to go watch the new Ghostbusters movie because he was uninterested. And somehow that turned into him not wanting to go watch the Ghostbusters movie because it was
a woman
female cast. Yeah. And so like high profile people, like I think even like Patton Oswalt like attacked him for something he never even said. So yeah, I mean that's just how shit goes these days.
It's so like it sucks, dude. To me, like clearly, like we're not anything, but like if somebody were to come at me because of something stupid I said, like fuck right off, dude. I say a bunch of stupid shit for no fucking reason, and most of the time I'm fucking kidding around, or I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm just talking out of my ass because that's who the fuck I am. Who gives a shit? You don't like it? Fuck right off, please. I will politely ask you to fuck right off because nothing I say should affect you to the point that you need to say a word to me. If it bothers you, move on. Nothing should be to the point that, I mean, again, and people, again, I'll go back to the James Gunn stuff only because like it's such a high profile thing to me. People are like, so you're going to keep Johnny Depp as an employee after all the fucking allegations of him beating women and being a terrible fucking person.
Whoa, when did this happen?
Like, Amber Heard, when they got a divorce, was like, yeah, he fucking hit me and shit like that, and nothing ever came of it. But Disney just cool, keep making pirates movies. James Gunn has a tweet from fucking 8 years ago, and nope, bye, fired. What?
Yeah, I didn't know about that Johnny Depp stuff.
Yeah, that Johnny Depp shit was
he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's like, I mean, truly, like he has done some fucked up things, and again, because who he is, it's whatever. James Gunn says one negative thing or whatever 8 years ago, and you're fired. And, you know, all the people on Guardians were like, fuck this, we want him back. That doesn't matter. But Disney as a parent corporation needs to realize that people say fucking stupid things. It doesn't mean that's who they are.
Well, and at the time, like, I don't think people were nearly got as up in arms quickly, you know, about people saying stupid shit.
They weren't soapboxing.
Everything didn't just blow up automatically. Like
I've never heard of somebody being triggered by a word until the last 2 years. Like now it's a thing. That was never a thing to me. Like I couldn't say one word and somebody go off. Like, how is that a thing? How is that something that we have to deal with now?
And like, you know, like Roseanne saying that shit she did. Like,
yeah,
if she would have said that 10 years ago, like I don't even think it would have been that big of a deal.
Nobody would have batted an eye.
Not saying I like.
No, I'm not saying it's okay.
For her or something.
No,
but
I'm not saying it's okay. But immediately, like, you say something stupid, just come on, really. I think a lot of the Roseanne stuff is because she's such a heavy Trump supporter. So like ABC was like, "Whoa, no, you got to go." Like we're not having that.
Pretty crazy for years though.
She has been. Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, yeah, like I mean, you ever seen that clip in the '90s where she's singing the national anthem and it's like horrendous and she's grabbing her crotch? It's like, how did her show stay on the air after that happened?
Yeah,
oh, wait,
okay, yeah.
It's got good ratings.
That's how she sings the national anthem. But
we'll give her another season on a TV show.
If she would have took a knee during the national anthem,
that would have been over. Yeah,
too much.
It's just it. I know this is getting kind of deep. It worries me the culture that we are creating in a society that we live in currently because it feels like if you say something that doesn't fucking matter and you're making a joke or you say something off color, you're gonna get fucking hammered for it for no goddamn reason. Or on the flip side, you could say the N-word as a white person and people are just like, oh, you're the president, it's fine.
Well, I feel like if he wasn't the president, it wouldn't be fine. But since he's the president, he's gonna get a pass because
he's the leader of the free world. Yeah. I mean, it's I just hate it, dude. It's weird to me.
Yeah. I still don't like the ruining people's lives stuff about it. Like people screw up, people make mistakes. I feel like they should get second chances. If they
don't need to burn people at the
terrible. Yeah, if they do something terrible, yeah, there should be consequences, but like their life shouldn't be over.
And there's lines,
you
right?
Continually attack them.
We're not saying, oh my God, you beat a kid up and like kill it. Like if there's lines here. If you say a gay joke or a fucking white supremacy joke, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you say something now, at least let somebody have a fucking second chance. Jesus Christ, we put Michael Vick back in the NFL. I mean, what the fuck are we talking about here? He did that shit now, I mean, he would never. They would not let him. They would lose their fucking mind.
I don't know. I mean, they are still not very good at handling people beating their wives. So
yeah, no. I mean, who was it? I apparently posted something about Vic on Facebook a few years ago. But who was that old Tennessee Titans player? Was it Steve McNair that like killed? Was it Steve McNair that killed somebody or somebody?
Somebody killed him.
Okay, who? There was some Titans. There was some Titans player that like beat the shit out of either him or some like.
I think you might be thinking of Warren Moon. Warren Moon got accused of beating his wife, and nothing ever happened.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And it was just it's like I get it, Vic the dog thing. Like, but to me that was. Well, it's a form
terrible.
of gambling. It's terrible, but it is a form of gambling outside of just Michael Vick. So there's more than just Michael Vick here. But that was the end all be all when that happened. Was fuck this guy. He should die. Like what? No,
I mean, it was pretty bad. I mean, but he did go to jail and he did like
he did his dues. He paid his time.
He's never going to go like it pretty much. So it did ruin his career. Like he's never going to go in the Hall of Fame. Now.
No,
like, he's got no shot.
I wish he would.
He was on path to do it, and then he got busted.
Yeah,
but that was all on him.
I think in a form of like to me as an NFL fan, he changed the game in so many ways that he deserves to be in there. But it's a Pete Rose scenario where he's not ever gonna get in.
I don't think Vic's got good enough numbers.
No, like he could have though if he wouldn't have gone to jail.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean that's all him. Like he totally screwed up. He should have never been dogfighting. But they did give him a second chance. He came back. And he
rehabbed that. He rehabbed that image, and it went on from there. You know. But it's crazy to me in 2018 that the things that happened 10 years ago can now lead you to lose a job now, or get you to where you can't do anything. Like, are you?
They gave him a second chance, but you take a kney and you will never play.
You'll never. No. You're a dog. You're never gonna play. Like it's just. I don't know, man. It is a weird life that we are all living, being a part of right now.
Doesn't know how to handle like they don't know how to handle any situation at all. Like the only reason why Michael Vick got handled well because he went to jail. Like the authorities got involved.
It was a national event. It wasn't. Hey, I'm not going to stand for it's Colin Kaepernick. Like we're going to let Madden make a game and then bleep his name and then act like we didn't know what we did.
That's bizarre as hell. Like, why would you even have that? Why would you even have that song in the game? I don't understand.
Doesn't the Players Association have to go? Like, don't you have to get like a requirement from the Players Association to do any of that? So weren't they obviously signing off on whatever they were doing, or is it just the NFL in general that one of them had to hear that song and go, "That's fine."
No, and I don't even know how that happened. That was just.
I think the NFL
knew it.
Or
NFL
EA
knew.
Or EA was scared. I don't know.
No, I like how they do it and they think nobody's going to notice. Right, and then they immediately, before the game even comes out, they notice.
The first thing people are going to notice is the fact that you bleeped Colin fucking Kaepernick's name. Like, of course that's going to be what people are going to realize. Are you dumb?
Why wouldn't you just use a different song? I don't understand.
I don't know, dude.
I mean, besides, why wouldn't you just leave it in there? But why would you just use a different song?
Just be smart about what you're doing here. It's fucking 2018 it's weird. We live in a weird time. It's strange, very bizarre to me. I just don't know.
Yeah. So they were like, the whole Urban Meyer thing too. About him not
doing anything.
There. Yeah, so I bet he probably isn't going to lose his job. But when there were rumors that he was going to lose his job, there were rumors that Bob Stoops was going to replace him, who got in trouble at Oklahoma for the same thing.
The same thing, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, why would you be? I don't know. Those rumors probably weren't even true, but it was just funny that those were rumors to replace one head coach.
I had a conversation with somebody at work about the whole Urban Meyer thing, and it was like, well, fucking Joe Paterno got shit pulled away from him after like all that allegation. It's a little different with not reporting somebody beating their wife. Joe Paterno knew about little boys or boys getting fucking like touched and raped and things like that. Like that is a little higher of a caliber of what we're talking about here. Like, it's a little different story.
Yeah, they're both terrible.
Neither of them are okay. Like there's a line, but you're clearly gonna muddle the line. Joe Pa loses national championships, loses all that shit because of what he didn't tell somebody. Urban Meyer
lose them? Because I thought did they give him back though? Because they take those away and sometimes
they took away the titles, but they gave them or they suspended them for being able to go into the playoffs or whatever if they were to get there. But now they're out of that. But Paterno lost like some coveted we won a bunch of whatever the fuck. Urban Meyer doesn't tell somebody something. Yes, it's not about little boys getting raped, but it's still, you're not telling the authorities or whoever, going to walk away unscathed. No problems. Keep his fucking job. Like, where's the line?
Yeah. What's really funny too is when they vacate those things, like it's like the other team still gets the win, but you just don't get the win or the loss. So like they were talking about how USC and Texas were going to play each other, and in USC's program they said that they've never lost to Texas, which is true because that loss was vacated. So and if you look at the program for Texas, it says that they were like that USC was like 5-1 against them, but USC's like, no, it's not true. We're 5-0.
5-0, fuck you. It's crazy to me the lines that we draw in the sand for what we differentiate as being not the same thing. But in reality, like, you have to have a black and white area with some of those things. Like, I get there's gray. You have to have it black and white of you fucked up. You have to lose something. Like, I can't just let it be.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's weird. It's wild.
Yeah. It's goofy.
Yeah.
It's all about
anyway,
money.
That's your news segment. Sorry, I kind of blew that up a little bit. I get a little fired up about that kind of stuff because it's fucking weird, and it's
it'll be interesting to see if there are more IGN reviews that are plagiarized, not just by that guy, but by other editors.
I guarantee
reviewers.
If you look at how many fucking YouTube videos are there? How many of them are fucking bullshit? How many of them are just somebody reading something else?
Yeah.
There's got to be plenty of them. And granted, it might not be you don't work for a company. Like, it's somebody like us who has nothing. Like, it's just somebody bullshitting, trying to create content, whatever. So you're just copying somebody else. It's the same fucking thing. But no one's going after that guy because he's got two views on a video.
Well, it's sort of the same. So, like, if you were just going to read – so, like, if you read an article and then you're like, what are your thoughts about that?
Sure,
that's
but
different.
if I'm posting a Dead Cells review on my account and going, I'm just reading word for word this review and then not saying, oh, by the way, giving credit here, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's got to be a billion of those on YouTube, and no one gives a fuck because it's not IGN.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand why that whoever was saying
it's not the joke about that whole Game Bomb RU thing, which is that Russian site just copying China. It's like image.
What the hell? I don't remember. Whoever had worked for IGN for 18 years, you were talking about.
Yeah, that producer.
And they had that shit. Was it last year or the year before, where that girl was talking about how she was getting harassed, and she told upper management they didn't do anything about it. It's like that is worse to me than just plagiarism.
Well, there's been people like that at game studios too, where they're like, well, I left this. I remember who it was. I left this studio because I was getting harassed, came back thinking it was going to be okay, got harassed again, told somebody else, still nothing happened, so I'm gone again. Like,
so like,
at what point do we take something seriously? We take plagiarism seriously, but we don't take sexual harassment or some kind of mishandling of it. Like, what the fuck's the line?
I don't like the idea of IGN thinking they're high and mighty or something just because they get a lot of clicks. Because like, I haven't taken them seriously in at least 10 years. I don't know, but whatever.
I don't even take video game plagiarism that serious. Like, whatever you should get fired for, you should do it. But like, is it really that big of a deal?
At this point, with the community that you have out there, it's bound and determined for you to say the same sentence as somebody else at some point. Doesn't mean it's plagiarism. Yes, this guy did plagiarism. Like, that was for sure proven. Yeah. At some point, you're going to say the same thing as somebody else. It doesn't mean you're plagiarizing. It means you have the same fucking thoughts.
Yeah. But
I guess
sexual harassment stuff though, like that should have people did either get fired over that or did that just get completely ignored?
Right under the rug. Never another word.
Yeah, I think I don't know if that one guy ended up quitting.
I think he quit.
What. Yeah, the guy who was in charge at the time.
Yeah, I think he bounced. He's like,
I don't know. Yeah, but I mean, like this guy who plagiarized, I just think of it like someone was working at a store and they like got caught like stealing something and they got fired. Like, okay, it's over.
Yeah, you've done your time now. You've literally paid your price.
You're like, you ruined your career probably, but you didn't help it any.
He's probably blacklisted now.
But again, that is what you did, so that's it. Like, it is what it is. You're never going to work for another publication.
That channel that dude he plagiarized from.
Yeah. He hires him.
Yeah.
It's just baffling to me, the world we live in. The things we take seriously and the things we don't. It's it's weird. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, it's real easy to prove plagiarism. It's a little harder to prove the sexual harassment stuff too. But
Yep. But at some point, you have to have your black and white lines with those things. Like,
yeah,
we fire somebody because it's blatant plagiarism, but we're just like, well, you can't really prove it, so it's fine. Like, what? Like,
yeah. But like, it feels like people will like you accuse somebody of plagiarism. You get the facts out. Like, it's real easy to show them like this happened, but it's harder to show the sexual harassment thing. But then it also is even harder because they're not willing to go investigate it.
People don't want to. They don't want to get involved, so they just try to be hands off. Where it's like,
just pretend it didn't happen. If you pretend it doesn't happen, maybe it'll go away.
Well, they'll just go to the person that is accusing them. They're like, I need you to maybe take a leave, or you got to roll out. Like, they'll just do everything they can to take the focus off of the issue and move on.
Yep, public relations.
Oh, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a quick break. I gotta pee, so I'm gonna take a break real quick.
And then we'll break.
Well, it might be a non-stop break, and then we'll talk about what
doing these days. Liam Neeson.
What we haven't been playing.
We'll be back. All right. Liam Neeson.
Doing some video game reviews.
Probably. I feel like there's a Taken TV show now, but he's not in it. He's not in
that
it.
Big.
Yeah, I don't know who was in it. Probably just someone I've never heard of, but
is he going to be in now? He's got stuff lined up for 2020. He's going to be in Men in Black.
There's another Men in Black happening?
This is MIB. I'm assuming it's in Men in Black.
Yeah, probably. Or
And then he's in a movie called Normal People. He's got that lined up for next year. So
all right.
It's a good follow-up to MIB.
How old is he?
He's got to be in his 60s.
Yeah. He's got to be close to 70, I'd guess, but maybe not.
Let's see. How old are you?
He's
66. Yeah, 66.
Okay. Maybe he wasn't old in the 90s then.
He was in a movie called Daddy's Home too, which I mean that could be a porn
that's
film. I don't know.
Wasn't that Will Ferrell, Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah,
or maybe that was that it. I don't know.
I feel like that's not a good name for a movie.
Derek would know.
There's also a movie called The Monster. I don't know. Is Mel Gibson star in movies these days?
Somehow, what was it? Monster Trucks?
Mel Gibson was in that movie. Daddy's Home too. John Lithgow. You got all the.
That's the Wahlberg, Will Ferrell.
John Cena was. Did you say John Cena was in that?
No, I didn't see it. He's
like.
Blockers.
He's let's see. So Taken 3 was 2015, and since then, he's kind of fallen off. He's
getting old, man.
66.
Yeah. He's done Run All Night. I don't know what the hell that is. Entourage as himself. Ted 2 cameo role. So both of those two were cameo. Yeah, A Christmas Star. No idea what that is. The Huntsman.
Okay. That was like
Operation Chromite. I don't know what that is. A Monster Calls. Silence. Mark Felt. I don't know. The Man Who Brought Down the White House. I don't know that. Daddy's Home.
Did you say the White Ass or the White House?
White House.
I thought you said the White Ass. I was like, oh.
Well, we were talking about how Daddy's Home 2 sounds like it could be a porn movie, so.
Is it not?
The Man Who Brought Down the White Ass could sound like
Oh, man.
Could have swore that was something, but whatever.
Computer, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, Widows. Like, I don't know what he's doing. He's falling off. He doesn't have his Tom Cruise 50s still starring.
Rumor of Tom. I read a tweet earlier. Tom Cruise maybe trying to do the Green Lantern thing.
Is he not too old for that?
Yeah, he's too old.
I mean,
he's getting close to 60.
And he's still running and jumping off of shit. So,
Derek, what do you know about the Metal Gear Solid movie? Because I just realized it was real, the other day.
I know.
Or am I making this up?
No, I have no idea.
It's real.
The guy who wrote or directed that.
Uwe Boll. Oh
no, Kong Skull Island. Maybe he's doing it.
You can tell me his name and I would know, but I don't know what his name is off the top of my head.
I don't know what his name is. I forgot.
Simon something.
Some with a V, like the
Simon
last
Garfunkel.
name. Maybe it's VOGT is his last name. I may not be right.
Vogt. John Voight.
Yeah.
Got it. Writing it. Okay.
No, he's too busy fathering Angelina Jolie again, trying. Maybe I made all this up. I don't know.
No, it's happening. Because I was reading articles about it, and I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's weird, but he was talking about the same guy was wanting to make a Metroid movie, so I thought that was interesting.
I'm not going to be seeing this Metal Gear movie. They still have not made a good.
Can you tell me who was writing it? You figure out who's writing it?
I think it's writing itself right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Kojima's writing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What if he
That's
wrote the
same
screenplay,
bot,
though?
Dude, could Kojima write the screenplay? Because it's.
He should. I mean, he might as well.
Yeah.
I mean, legally could he though? Because he doesn't work for Konami. So
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, they could probably.
could he ghost write it and give it to somebody else?
I don't know. I don't
Sure.
know the rules for ghostwriting. You could ask Drake about that.
That's true. Yeah. He's too busy Kiki and Do You Love Me? Whatever. That fucking.
Stop it.
He's hanging out with Kawhi now, Toronto.
Yeah, I'm sure Kawhi's really having a good time up in Toronto. Fucking hate
Yeah,
Kawhi
have
been
you seen
there
that-
for a year.
You seen that picture of him where it looks like he's being held hostage? He's being
No,
with
that's pretty good.
Raptors owner and the GM or something.
Yeah, he's ready to get the fuck out of it. He's probably going to beg them to trade him at midseason.
Oh, he doesn't have to worry about that. He's going to be gone in a year. He just
Yeah,
doesn't
no.
have to resign.
That's your break. It's your middle of the road break for the podcast. Let's get into what we have been playing. That's our music cue for our what have you been playing? Ryan, why don't you start?
I'm playing, watching YouTube. Does that count?
Yeah, it does. What have you been watching? What have you been
Okay.
watching? That's a new segment.
I watched,
We did that once upon a time. It was movies and TV shows.
watched Radical Reggie eating some popsicles the other day. That was pretty good.
I don't know what that is.
He just turns on a live stream and eats popsicles while he talks to people.
Reggie Fils-Aimé?
No, Radical Reggie, not.
Who's Radical
Um,
Reggie?
He's Metal
he's-
Jesus.
Yeah, it's part of the Metal
friend.
Jesus crew.
Got it.
Yeah.
Did you watch that newest Metal Jesus video with that one guy was on there who wears a Cuphead shirt? I don't know who the hell he is. It was about like good games with bad graphics or whatever, and he was talking about
Oh.
Assassin's Creed Unity, and I'm like, I think you missed the point here.
No, I should watch that. I started watching that, but then I wasn't paying attention after the first person talked, and so I missed all the rest. So I'll have to watch that again. Does he talk about it in a serious way? Because that game was
Yeah,
known
he's
for
talking
good graphics with bad performance. Like they didn't play.
Yeah,
well.
he was talking about how it was broken at launch. Like it's not what
Oh,
it's not what the question was about because it had really good
Yeah.
graphics. This is not the same. And then like Reggie never quite gets to questions quite right. I mean, I like Reggie, but I think
Yeah.
he was closer on this one though. So,
he's a wild card.
yeah, I enjoy him. He just that time he said magic and instead of magician. I'll just never let it go.
He's probably said it more than once.
I probably has, but I say that all the time now. Like, I don't know. Katie's nephew kept wanting to show me magic tricks recently, so I kept saying he was a magician. It didn't go over very well, but
You just have to introduce him to. Right. We could have seen him in person.
I did not know that was happening. I've
Yeah.
never heard of Mid MoCon. I feel like I should have
Yeah,
known.
he's been there 2 years in a row, so he might come back next year too. So I'll have to keep that in mind.
Yeah, because they had a panel, I guess, a Q&A. I
Yeah.
watched most of that,
Yeah, I did too.
even though it wasn't great. But
Now I watched some other guys' panel. Like I never understood. Like so, you have a panel, and you go there and you just sit there and just answer questions. I've never understood that. I watched a
Yeah.
panel that like I actually watched like half of this guy's panel, and he just sat there and I thought he was going to do something right away, but it was him and only him, and all he did was just sit there and answer questions. He's immediately opened up a Q&A.
I paid money to watch Seth MacFarlane one time, and all it was a Q&A.
Really,
And
yeah.
It was fucking terrible, and I like hated Family Guy for like 6 months after that.
Yeah.
But that was like 10 years. That was more than 10 years ago. So whatever.
Yeah.
You've been playing YouTube.
YouTube
Is that
is something I
YouTube
do
achievement?
play. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys talking about panels? Did you guys put any more thought into maybe making a second Texas road trip
To Texas Roadhouse. Is that what you're talking about?
I don't think there's a Roadhouse in Texas without Kurt Russell in it.
I thought it was
I would-
Swayze, but
It was Swayze.
I would
They're
like to
twins.
go again, but I just, I don't know. My job is like so
Yeah.
hard to get a lot of time off when I'm not like a quote unquote
Full-
regular,
Full time, yeah.
even though I work more than 40 hours a week
Yep. Oh, is
most weeks.
that a dog or a cat?
I don't know what that noise was.
Well, the Lord is with you.
What is
Well,
happening?
Is there a cat in the wall? Is there a cat in your wall?
I gotta figure this out.
Okay,
Keep
go
talking
for
about
it.
YouTube.
You're
the
okay.
cat call is coming from inside the house.
It's just a cat. It's a cat with a scream mask on.
Oh man, hopefully he got one of those like voice modulator things. Well, I don't even know if his cats are male or female.
I hope he finds his cat sitting at the dinner table, carving up some food. He tells him it's liver. Isn't that the Silence of the Lambs thing? I ate his liver or something
yeah,
like
with
that.
some like nice candy and like fava beans or something like that.
I know. I think it's
Yeah.
fava beans. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Brett Favre beans. No,
it's just a pair of Wranglers.
it's in one of those. He eats or he feeds Ray Liotta's brain to himself. So have you ever seen that one?
I've never seen any of those movies.
Oh yeah, that one's kind of off the rails.
I'm not a big scary movie person, so I've never been into like watching any of those things. But yeah, I know the quotes, and I should probably watch Silence of the Lamb at least. Silence of the Lambs. What's the other? There's Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal, and then
Red
Red
Dragon.
Dragon. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the one that wasn't so good, right?
There's I thought there was one more. Oh no, yeah, maybe you got there's
There might be another
there's
one out.
more.
Manhunter.
Martian.
What? No, that was the 80s one, wasn't it?
I
With the
thought
Hannibal
the-
Lecter character, but it didn't have Anthony Hopkins in it.
I don't know. Was he young? I thought they made it on.
I mean, that was before.
There was that Hannibal TV show.
Yeah. Just so you know, the cat wanted in the basement. I don't know. I
Got
thought
it.
it was in the basement wanting out.
Oh, that's
So I
close.
locked it in. No, I
Hannibal Rising.
Hannibal. I want to say that was
No.
a new Hannibal.
Look up
movie.
Manhunter.
You are right about Manhunter. So there's a first film adapted from the Harrison Office of Manhunter was based off of Red Dragon. So they made 2 movies based off of that first book because they also did make a movie called Red Dragon at some point. So yeah, so Red
But
Dragon got 2 movies.
Hannibal Rising wasn't what's his name, right?
No, it wasn't shit. Now I can't remember his name. Yeah, Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins,
yeah,
yeah.
it was
It's like a
some
prequel
else.
or something.
Young kid. Yeah.
Yeah. Silence of the Lambs is really good. The rest of them I
That-
either haven't watched or they
the
were
f-
great.
The front, the VHS cover always freaked me out. I don't know why, but it did.
Yeah. Apparently, he never says hello, Clarice.
He never does.
No, he never says that.
We all just got Inceptioned or whatever that's
It was
called.
the
Mandela.
Mandela.
affected.
Yeah.
Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela fucked me up. Yeah.
Nelson Mandela
Yeah.
said that though.
That was 40 years ago. Can I now make a case for him to like get disavowed or anything?
I mean, yeah, you can. He's dead, but yeah, you can try.
I mean, whatever, dude. Whatever you can do.
Whatever it takes.
Yep. I was gonna say something, Ralph, and then you left, and I don't remember what I was gonna say.
Oh,
You took his breath away.
I did.
like
You did.
YouTube.
Yep. No, it was after YouTube. I started saying something, and then you left. But it's gone with the wind now.
So about what you've been playing,
It wasn't about what I've
or
been
was
playing.
it
but we
be
can,
me?
no, I can tell you what I've been playing though. I'll save you for last. I like when you come last. Sorry, that got
Oh
weird.
no, that never happens though.
That got weird real quick. All right, yeah. Me, I played some stuff, which is weird because Ryan didn't. I played. What do you want to talk about first, Ralph? Why don't you just tell me what you want me to talk about if you don't have that stuff up, so you don't know.
I'm trying to remember what you had on there. Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, that's a game. Free PlayStation Plus game this month. You guys have played like Evolve, right?
No.
Sure, we all played Evolve.
Yeah. I played Left 4 Dead.
We all played Left 4 Dead, right? Yep.
I've played
both.
Dead before.
Was it so a dog wouldn't attack you during the mail?
When the in-laws come around, I just play
Yeah. Is that when you just lay in bed? Dead
you
fish?
put on Weekend at Bernie's and play dead. Yeah.
dead. Yep.
Did you go and develop games for Play Dead? No. All right. Anyway.
Oh, that's a deep cut.
So, Dead by Daylight is not good, in my opinion. I guess maybe I didn't Metacritic it. It might be bad all across the board. Dead by Daylight.
You sure that's not someone else's opinion, though?
It might be. You
Is
know
that
what?
the one that's like the Friday the 13th game? Same style?
Yes,
I think
correct.
People did like that game, though.
64% at 18 reviews on the Metacritic for PlayStation 4. That's not very good. And then you've got the other
Nope.
two. You got PC reviews. That's a 71. That's a little hotter. 58 for the Xbone. So
I was
not
I
great.
always got that and Dead Alliance mixed up, and I don't know. I
I
think
don't
Dead
know.
Alliance is supposed to be worse.
I don't know what Dead Alliance is. So basically, this
I
game
don't know.
is you and four other. It's a 5-player game. You have one killer and 4 survivors, if you will, and you have to team up if you're the survivors. It's all trigger based. Of it, like you move around with the sticks, but your goal is to find 5 generators, which are just like car motors. Hold R1 while you repair it, and then you'll hear an audio cue as you play. That will mean like a little WWF submission thing will come up, and or like a maybe an old Madden, I'm going to kick a field goal meter, but it's in a circle, and you just have
pick
to,
it.
yep, and you have to wait for it to get into the little bar and press L1 while still holding R1 to time it properly. It's a skill challenge, if you will, and if you hit that, you don't get a boost or anything. You just keep continuing to repair it. If you miss it, you lose repaired health. So it knocks you. It doesn't give you a benefit, but it does take away from you for fucking it up.
Can somebody call a timeout and ice you while you're doing it?
You ice yourself by missing it.
Yeah.
It's not good. So that's kind of a complaint I have, that you don't get a bonus for doing it. Even like you get more points that you can spend at the end of the game there's a blood web, if you will, that unlocks like different abilities or like items and stuff that you can use in the game.
I mean, I'd be concerned if I knew somebody that had a blood web.
What about a Steve
It's like-
web?
Well, it's like Spud Web. But,
What about a
but-
bloody Steve web?
so, is there like an end game or
Mhm.
no?
Yep. So there's 4 of you and 1 killer. The killer is ridiculously overpowered, and I mean ridiculously over fucking powered. But your goal is to activate all 5 of these generators to get power to a door, which you then have to find the door. Which sometimes it'll like give you a little like, oh, it's over here, and you go over there. But then you have to get to the door and press R1 again to open the door with power, and then escape. And then if you escape, you win.
What do you win?
Why is it
Nothing
so hard to
points.
open the door? Is it locked?
It's very not powered. The only way to get out is by a latch that is locked because power, and a door that is closed because power. So you can't open the door or the hatch without all of the power. So you need all of the power.
So it's an electric door.
Yes, it is a big electric door.
You have to set up like a. Is there a stage where you have to set up like a windmill and generate? You got like blow at it to get the wind power.
No,
To
there
open the
is
door.
there is one of those old hand pumps for water that you got to do though. There's a
You
couple
get
of
a drink.
those.
Okay.
Yeah, no, there's none of that. It's literally just that's the gameplay loop over and over again. It's you against the killer and everyone trying to work together to escape. Now, obviously, you can like team up and do 4-person on each generator if you can find each other. There's no map, no mini map, no nothing. You have no way to fight the killer. So if he finds you, again, they're super overpowered. He'll hit you with whatever he's got, and that'll usually it'll burst your stamina, and you start running, or your adrenaline. You start running real fast. But he can still catch you, hit you again, and then what he does, he picks up your body, and that's when you have the ability to escape from the killer, which gives you, if you're on the ground, you can hold R1 to recover, which is stupid because he's going to pick you up, but you can do that if you want to. When he picks you up, you can mash the stick to try to get out, which again, it is set up for him to have like hooks everywhere.
I don't know about this smashing the stick in front of the killer. I don't know.
Yes. Well, listen, you got to do what you got to do to get out of there. There are
To get
stations.
off, yeah.
There's death stations set up everywhere, which They're just big barn hooks, like, and he just hooks you onto it, and you're alive still. And you have two options. You can either, at a chance, press R1 and hold it, and it'll either, you can do that 3 or 4 times before you kill yourself. But it's you basically trying to lift yourself off, so it'll either work or won't. It's all just chance based. Or you wait alive until one of your friends comes and rescues you. Which again, when somebody gets hooked onto a death hook, it shows on your little screen, like kind of glow in the dark, and it's like, okay, this person's over here dying if you want to come help them. But the way that a lot of people play this game is if you're the killer, you will just sit there and wait for this person to die. Just sit there and just camp the body, which is really dumb. So your opportunities are run up and try to, okay, pull him away while another person comes up and gets you off of there. Or you just run up when he's there and try to press R1, get that body off of there and just do your best. Like, it's fucking bad. It's super bad. So what I have seen in most cases is the killer will just wait there, and you have all 3 of your other people just doing the generators to get out, and 3 people win, and the killer killed 1 person. That's it. And that's the game loop.
It sounds like it'd be fine if that was like a multiplayer mode in like a game that had like a campaign.
Sure.
Like it was just like a
an Until Dawn style game.
Just like something like, oh, it's got the single player campaign, and oh, here's this multiplayer mode where you're getting chased by this killer dude. But the single player had nothing to do with that.
My point is, you have no ability to, like, you can't punch, kick, fight the killer. You can't do anything to attack him. He has all the power. And there's different styles of killers, so you'll have like this wooded looking Groot motherfucker that can create body doubles. So basically, like, if you run up to one of the generators, this body double will pop out, but it doesn't do anything, but it can scare you and maybe make you think that that's the real killer. You got people that can lay traps. You have somebody who can it's invisible the entire time. One that can teleport. Like, they're overpowered as shit, and there's no way to get around that. They're too overpowered, in my opinion. It is obnoxiously how overpowered they are in this game. And it's out of balance. There's no balance to it, in my opinion. I'll play it because I like playing games with people. Like, my friends want to play it, so okay, let's play it. But I would not play this game by myself or just randomly. I wouldn't be we're 3. You need 4 survivors. There's just one person sitting out there wanting to play. I wouldn't be that one person. I don't like this game that much. Even if I was the killer, I don't think I'd have a good time. It sucks.
Sounds like it's good. It's a PlayStation Plus game.
Yeah, I think that they have the opportunity to fix it. I think they need to add a mini map, or at least where the generators are, because you need to have some kind of you should have a bonus somewhere. The fact that this killer can hit you twice, put you on there, and then what happens as you slowly die if you don't get rescued is a giant spider-looking thing will come out of the sky and try to stab you with its pointy legs, and you can either continue to tap R1 to try to stay alive or just let it kill you and whatever, and then you die and it's over. The loop isn't fun. I like playing it because it's something to do with my friends, but it's not a good game. I did not have a good time with it.
It does not sound good to me.
Not fun. So don't play Dead by Daylight because you will maybe kill yourself. Let's see. What else did I play? Let me pull this back up.
You played Rap Jam Volume 1. I don't know what it says.
I didn't play that. I played Humans Fall Flat. Do you guys know what that game is?
It's like one of them games that's hard to control.
Yep. So basically,
fall over all the time.
Fall over a lot. Kind of like an Octodad. Yep. So you and it's me and my buddy were playing this. It's you and a carbon copy of what you look like playing this puzzle style game where it's kind of like what's that game that John Baum plays?
You mounting your friends.
No, it's not Fuck Your Friends. But they're all like squiggly arms and you're trying to aim their arm to press a button and then you're moving through different. You can jump.
Is it QWOP? What is QWOP? And that's something they talk about sometimes.
No, this is
Are you fighting people?
Yes, it's a 4-player fighting game that's weird.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember what it's called. It's like something Beast or something.
Yeah, Gang Beast. Yeah, Gang Beast. It's kind of like that. So it's you and it's me and my friend Chris. We're going through this world where it's just like different puzzle aspects. So you have to you can grab onto a train and pull it over here, but then you have to go over to this ledge and jump on the train and then jump over here to press a button to go to the next area. You can jump off the world and it just takes you right back to the same stage you're at, but you can use that to your advantage. It's like we're on this one area where there's a bunch of roofs that you can jump on, but if you jumped off the world, You could land on the roof if you positioned yourself properly. So it's kind of interesting. It's not necessarily the funnest game I've played, but it's okay for like $1. I don't know what he paid for it. I think it was like $1.50 on that super sale. But it was okay. It's just different, and the music's okay. I like that. But it's a fun little co-op game. I mean, I could probably play with the kids. Like, that'd be a good game for the kids to learn how to control a PS4 controller kind of game. Not overly amusing by any means. Played a little bit of Rocket League. Again, this is a week where I've been home. I'm on vacation, which means I'm able to play games, and people want to play games with me. So I've been playing a lot of multiplayer games. And so one of the games that I said that we should play is Rocket League, because A, it's like everyone on PlayStation has it because it was free, and B, it's really fun. So we played a little Rocket League, and I still love Rocket League. We played a lot. We played some ice hockey Rocket League, which is pretty good.
Nice. Yeah.
Played some of that basketball mode, which is really hard.
Yeah, it's cool, but
it is really cool. It is fun, but it's real hard. That ice hockey mode's pretty fun, just because it's all just ground based.
Is there a Shaq car in that game?
Not that I'm.
It's really good at threes. Yeah.
There might be a Shaq car, but I don't know about a Shaq car. I almost bought
Austin Powers car.
Yeah, right. I almost bought the. I've got the DeLorean and I've got the Batmobile from Batman vs Superman, but they've got a Batman. They've got the Rumbler. Is that what it's called? The Tumbler from the Nolan movies, and it's got the Joel. What's his name?
Schumacher.
The Schumacher Batmobile too, which I love those Schumacher Batmobile.
With nipples?
TV show one?
No TV show one yet. I didn't see. That'd be cool though.
Don't they have Dom's car from
They
Fast and
do
Furious?
have a lot of Fast and Furious
You
cars
should
too.
get the car from Ambiguously Gay Duo. You should get that car in there.
Oh man, I just want like a capsule car. Like, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. I forgot about Ambiguously Gay Duo.
Yeah, Rocket League's still great. Just play Rocket League. That's all I can tell you. Play a couple of rounds of Rocket League every now and again. It'll make you really happy because it's real fun and dumb.
It's good.
The strangest story of the week, before I get into the games that I finished, or the couple things I finished. Strangest story of the week is, I guess I want to finish one thing. My buddy Chris, who again we were talking about, I played some games with him this week, him and my buddy Garrett, because they always give me shit about how I'm working too much, which, yes. We were talking about Overcooked. And obviously I was a big fan of Overcooked. Neither of you guys played the first one, right?
No, I've only watched people play it.
I loved the first one. The wife and I played it all the way to the final boss. It was really fun getting her to actually play a video game, which is always something I find hard to do.
Bob's Burgers.
That would be fucking great, but it wasn't. But we never finished it because it's really fucking hard. And we never went back to it. But when 2 came out, he's Giant Bomb guys talked to the creators or whatever, and I was excited about Overcooked 2. But $25, I just couldn't. Definitely not pulling the trigger on that game. Like, that was just not something I plan on doing. I'll wait for a price drop. I'll get it at $10 to $15. I hate saying that because I like supporting indie creators and games like that don't necessarily get a lot of love. $25 over that game is a lot of money.
You like supporting your children too.
I also love being able to support my kids.
So, I mean, do you give them anything that's overcooked?
No, well, sometimes they're chicken or they're steak just to be safe.
Yeah,
just depends on what they want.
Dude, if I was making chicken for myself, I would burn the shit out of that chicken.
Yeah, I'm always real worried about chicken because I had a bad experience at that Ryan's Steakhouse where they had some real bloody chicken, and I was not a fan.
Oh gosh.
Oh jeez. Whoa. Yeah.
I complained about it too. I was like, "This is bloody as shit. Like, what's wrong with your chicken?" And they're like, "Oh, it looks fine to me."
So we just killed it.
It does. Like, this thing is fucking terrible. Like, I'm not eating this. I want my money back. And I got my money back and we left. But it was bad. Real bad. But yeah, Overcooked 2, I just wasn't planning on picking up anytime soon because it was really expensive in my opinion. Anything more than like 15 or $20 is hard for me to buy. So just talking to Chris, shooting the shit, all of a sudden I get a text, and it was a screenshot of a $25 PlayStation code. And he's like, "You have to use that for Overcooked 2 so we can play it." And I was just like, "You definitely did not have to do that." He's like, "Yeah, I know, but I really want to play Overcooked and I want you to play with me." And I'm like, "All right." So Big shout out to Chris for that's the second gift of a game I've gotten within the last couple of months, which is really weird because people don't need to buy me anything. But that was
I can still cancel Fallout. Don't worry.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Well, I already got the code already got stolen from me for the beta, so it's really fun. But it was really awesome of Chris to hook me up with Overcooked 2. I bought it, downloaded it. We played probably the first 7 or 8 levels, and I'll tell you the new features. There's online co-op now, which is the whole point of me telling you the story. Before it was all couch co-op. There's no online play. I could get on there and play it with 3 other online dudes like that I don't know. Nice part about being able to play with Chris, obviously we're on headsets together, we're talking, we're trying to work it out, and can kind of work together. My only complaint about that is that my story progression does not carry over for what we're doing on his story. So we have gotten through the first 6 or 7 levels. We're on the second stage. But in my game, my story mode has not been touched. So I kind of wish that carried over. It's fun because then I can go back and replay it with a wife when I can convince her to play it. But it's also the fact that, like, I'm probably going to finish this game with Chris, and then playing it by yourself is tough. Like, trying to maneuver, like, you could shift controls between characters as you're playing on one controller, which is – it's hard to get used to, but you can do it. The online co-op, it works really, really well. It does not seemingly stutter or have too many hiccups. Like, it works really surprisingly well. And you can do arcade mode, and the arcade mode will take you to any of the levels through the game. So, like, we jumped into, like, level 4-1 or 4-2 the other day, and it was all sorts of shit that we had not had to deal with yet. You know, like, hey, it's pretty easy to start with. It's, hey, here's 2 or 3 ingredients. You got to chop this one. Okay, well, now here's a 4th ingredient. You got to boil this rice and put green paper down for a sushi. Well, now here's a pizza. And so now you're into the second stage where you have to chop the tomatoes, put those on the pizza with the toppings. You have to roll out the dough and then put that in the pizza oven, but then put that on a plate and serve it. Like,
they have broccoli in that game.
Yeah, they might have some broccoli in there.
Okay.
There might be some avocado in there too. I'm not really sure yet.
Okay. So there could be some
chopping the broccoli. Yeah. A lot of chopping broccoli. A lot of that happening. But Overcooked 2 is really a really good time. Like, I really like Overcooked and the stupid story, and it's really cute and fun, and it makes me smile. And I am very happy that Chris was nice enough to purchase that game for me. So really awesome. Overcooked 2 is a good time. So
nice.
Go play Overcooked 1 or 2. 2 is fun because the online co-op, and they've definitely, like, you can toss ingredients to each other now, which is kind of fun. So before it was just you grab the ingredients and have to, like, scoot your ass across the world. You know, one of the levels I remember from Overcooked 1 is you're on a river. You have 2 kitchens on either side. One kitchen has the ingredients. To chop it, you got to go back across the river, and then to do anything else with it, you got to go back across the river. When you're, like, moving platforms, you have to time it properly. So it gets pretty fucking crazy. And then trying to do that with 2 people, one being someone who doesn't play video games, can be terrible. But this, you can just throw ingredients at each other. So, like, I get a ball of rice and I just fucking throw it at them, and you can catch it and then start working right away with it. So you can time that really well too, and that feels really good. Yeah, I really like Overcooked. I still really like Overcooked. What a surprise!
Yeah, I hope they're throwing chicken around at restaurants.
I hope. Yeah, I don't know if I threw some chicken in this. There was definitely some chicken throwing. I was just throwing the cock everywhere. But it was a whole thing. But I also finished. I wrapped up the first 2 episodes, I think now, of Life is Strange Before the Storm. Finished episode 1 early in the week, and then I just recently finished episode 2 as I fell asleep the other night. What a surprise!
Yeah, one more.
I've got there's a bonus episode too.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
It's got Max in it.
Oh, does it? Nice. Thanks for the spoiler.
Doesn't it?
I truly have not looked. I don't know. I've not scooted over. I do like how the main menu screen changes every time you finish an episode, but I have not looked at the other episode, what they look like. I just hit continue and go. Yeah, those first 2 episodes are really good. If you enjoy point and click style adventure, or just adventure games in general, I guess. This is a different game because there's no powers. It's just you're walking around and pressing X and looking at shit.
Have you lost one of those battles, those talking battles yet?
Nope. I have not lost a talkback battle yet. I did skip one. I didn't do one with the.
Skip one.
I just didn't choose the option to do it. I don't remember who it was with, but I didn't do that.
Oh, I never even thought about doing that. I always just did it.
I was like, I don't really want to do this right now, so I'm just gonna not do it. So I was just like, oh, okay, and chose a different option. But yeah, those are kind of fun. But it's definitely, it feels so much different being in that world without having the rewind power. Like, it feels weird, but I like it. The acting is still really strange to me in those games. Like, it definitely feels, I think you've said it before, Ryan, that it's like adults trying to be kids, and it just doesn't work.
I think Chloe's different voice actress, but then it's weird because I think she's back to her original voice actress in the bonus episode. So
weird.
I think I'm not 100% sure on that. It's been a while.
But yeah, I just finished up the second episode, and I think I'm starting the third episode. I've not got a whole lot left of that. I'm excited to be done with that because I put Hellblade on the back burner, no pun intended there, to finish Life is Strange just so I can get through and delete that one more game off my bucket list of games I wanted to finish on my vacation. So I've still got that Game of Thrones Telltale series I kind of want to try, but I remember that not getting real hot reviews, so I've still not jumped into that. I looked at that the other day, though. But Life is Strange is great. Life is Strange 2. Did you guys watch that trailer? Did we talk about that last week?
I have not seen that trailer.
It's literally nothing, so you guys could watch it and not care because it's like 45 seconds of literally nothing. So.
It's got some indie music in it.
It does have a little indie music in it. I mean, it's literally from a cop camera, like on a dash cam point of view. Like, that's all it is. Okay, and it's like 45 seconds long.
You gonna play an episode of Cops? Okay.
Yeah, Bad Boys is actually actually instrumental to Bad Boys.
That would be great to hear like some weird like folk remake of.
I mean,
the Avett brothers do Bad Boys. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So, yeah, I didn't get a chance to come downstairs and play any games down here. I really need to, but this weekend's going to be crazy busy, so we'll see what I can fuck around with next week and play. But that has been what I have been playing.
Nice.
So there's that. That's it for the main part of the show. Ralph, how about some surmising?
Oh, you want to talk about what I played?
Oh shit!
I mean, we don't have to.
Oh,
He
goddamn
played
it.
some surmising.
I'd say I'm not used to doing this anymore.
You can surmise what I played.
I believe I knew what you played. Hold on. Flash quick news. I've got a visitor.
Did you play a
Cops?
Tiny Hands game?
It is what?
If it wasn't like $15, I'd probably consider it.
Oh, that's too much. That's too much.
That is. Uh-oh. Who's this guest?
That T-Rex needs to be the best goalie, though.
Yeah, Bordy.
This is the first time in a while I think that we've had the young child on the show.
Yeah.
Say hello,
Surprise co-host.
Jolene.
She getting paid
Hello,
for this.
everyone.
Hello.
Hi there.
Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna drop it on Ralph? Do you remember? Have you forgotten the dance? Have you forgotten the dance? Finally, you really forgot it.
That's
She's.
awesome.
I mean, that's what happens when you become a pro Fortnite player. You just forget how.
Yep, do a Fortnite dance.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
she knows the Fortnite dances. Don't tell her to do those. She'll do those. You really don't know Ralph's dance?
She know how to floss.
Flossing's hard.
Trying to remember what it
The
is.
dentist is always like, "Did you floss?" And I'm like, "I can't do it."
Try it.
Yeah, I don't even know why they asked.
Yeah,
Because
she's
they
got
know-
it still.
They know you didn't.
Oh, that one.
That's what it is.
That's
I was
a good one.
really surprised that you might have forgotten that dance.
I
Like,
forgot and then I
used your brain and remembered.
Yeah.
Your memory is faulty.
She's getting ready to go to
School's
bed. School
school
starts
started yet?
Yeah, next Thursday, a week from tonight.
It started today here.
Wow, started
They,
today.
they let people play Fortnite at school.
Does that mean the wife
what?
is at work? She went to work today.
Yeah, she's not
Wow.
pleased. Yeah.
Was she not pleased? I can imagine.
Yep.
Long day of being a teacher.
I'm having
Breaking
shut
news.
up, whatever.
Well, I can't. You have to speak up on this podcast. We can't hear mumbles. What?
I don't know what teacher what mom told me, but I don't know because like
I know she told me Olivia has Miss McGonagall or
no
some
Miss
Harry Potter
Taylor.
teacher.
Taylor.
Whoa.
Yeah. She has Taylor.
She has Miss Taylor.
Dumbledore,
You have Miss McGonagall then?
Snape.
No, Snape might be her teacher actually. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm Miss
Spoilers.
Garfield.
Miss I
Yeah.
don't remember what it is. The wife. Oh yeah, Jolene's teacher, Miss McGonagall, and then I sent her this of course, because
Of course. Yep.
Who's the dark arts teacher this year?
it's got to be Mr. Dong.
Well, you might not.
That is the darkest of arts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you might not want to send your daughter to that.
Okay. All right. Tell them bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good night. Have
Go
a
to
beautiful
sleep.
time.
We got to get back in a bedtime rhythm since. Out of here, man.
No,
Since
when
it's-
are you gonna come upstairs?
I don't know. I got to finish my show. Don't worry about me.
It's like 3
Get
more
outta here.
hours. Don't worry
Yeah,
about
we got
it.
like 4 more hours to go. This is an E3 special.
No, this is
V3
B3.
reflection. Oh yeah. V3 reflection.
Come on,
Yeah.
hurry up. I already sent one of you away. Here's the other one, I guess. Here's the second
Oh no.
host. We don't
How
have an
many are
answer.
there?
There's 3. Well, only 2 extra.
She,
Hi there. Hi there.
she's got Snape.
Yeah, you have
Snape,
Mr. Snape.
Snape written all over.
She is the darkest and most
I've-
crazy.
I've recently watched all the Harry Potter movies. I had
They're-
never seen any of them before
They're
that.
good movies. The first 2
I-
are kind of rough. The
I
third
must
one
admit,
gets okay.
I have no idea what happened.
People
No
die.
idea.
Fine. The third
Yeah.
one's okay. The fourth one's really good. I like the
There's
fourth one a lot.
so many of them.
I don't
There's only 8
know if I
movies,
can
so
put
that-
one above the other.
They're all just bad.
I like
They're all
Prisoner
fine.
of Azkaban. I like that one.
I feel like I should have read the books to get more out of the movies, but
I remember reading the
I could
first
just
4
skip-
books.
I could
That's all I
just
read.
skip the movies, I guess. I
The
don't-
first book is like a real quick read because it's meant for like a little child. So that first
Okay.
book's really easy to get through.
I read the first 4 because that 4th one was huge back in the day, and that was all I had.
Yeah, the books just gradually get larger, more pages.
More
Bigger
tomes in them.
print.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, tell them bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a
Say bye.
good, beautiful time.
Sleep tight. You'll be happy to know both of them have pants on,
That's a,
which is a rare thing in the Vance household. All right. Anyway,
Well-
aside from my fuck up of apparently not wanting to talk about what you were playing, Ralph, why don't you tell me about
one.
some of the games that you've already taken off of here? Let's talk about. I don't want to do that one first. WWF in your house on the Sega.
Oh
Saturn.
man,
yeah. I forgot. I rearranged my room recently, and I was looking at my Saturn games, and my Saturn's hooked up. I'm like, I gotta play some more of these. So I picked a WWF season mode on in your house, and
Those were really good back in the day.
and it's pretty rough. And won the season with the Undertaker, and the moves in that game are like Mortal Kombat because he's like throwing skulls and shit. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And,
Oh,
like,
that's pretty good.
after you, so like both people have a life bar, and like after you knock out all their health, it just says pin him. So you just go
Yeah.
pin him, and then you win the match. It doesn't even count.
Nice.
And like Undertaker's pin is just like standing beside him.
Really?
I don't
Does he
know.
have his foot on him or no?
No, like I think maybe one of his pins he did, but most of the time he just stands there and like does something with his hands, and it gives you the win.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to remember what to do with your hands. Yeah,
I kind of wish
Yeah.
that was all of wrestling games.
Yeah, I mean that game's hard as hell. I had to put it on easy, and then still like
Struggled.
I had to
Yeah.
button mash like because it's arcadey. It's so arcadey. Like man,
I played the. Have you only played the Saturn version? I played the PlayStation one, but
just yeah, it's probably the same. I mean, there's also like that WWF WrestleMania the arcade game on PlayStation and Saturn. I've never played it. I know it was an actual arcade though. I don't know if in your house was. But man, throwing projectiles in a wrestling game is
That's
the
kind of
best.
dope. That's kind of great.
It'd be a lot of fun to play 4 players, but I'm not gonna find a Saturn
What are they-
4-player thing.
Is it like 4 players, everybody for themselves, or is it? Do they have tag team 4 players?
They would probably have tag
I think
teams
they
too,
have-
wouldn't they?
I think they have both.
Yeah.
But yeah, that game
That game sounds
it's so
pretty
fucking
good.
dumb, but I'm glad I have it. We'll hear about Casper.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you about Casper. Tell me about Casper.
Here's the thing with Casper. Like I'd known it was on 3DO, and I'm like, why is it so fucking expensive on 3DO? And then I'm like, oh, it's on Saturn also. And then I'm like, why is it so expensive on Saturn? And then it's probably not as bad on Saturn. I don't remember, but it's like less than $10 on PlayStation. I'm like, it's the same damn game. I just wanted to play it.
Right.
You just like going around the house, like solving puzzles and shit, trying to find items to unlock doors. I've finished the first level, which took like probably about an hour. Took a while. It's surprisingly not terrible.
What kind of game is it comparative to? You compare it to anything?
No,
Don't mind me.
I got nothing. Maybe I guess like Luigi's Mansion if you couldn't kill enemies.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if that's a good comparison, but I mean you can't. There's no attack button, but there's only 3 enemies. It's just your uncles, and like they just appear.
I do hate my uncles.
Yeah, I mean that's the plot I've remembered.
I don't remember much about that movie.
Yeah, I don't either.
Stretch and Stinky, or what's?
Does anybody get their head turned around?
And Fatso.
I remember that happening.
I remember Fatso.
Not yet. See, a Stinky like throws fart shit gas at you.
I do like that.
Yeah. No, it's surprisingly all right.
All right. No, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Yeah. What about The Longest 5 Minutes? What the fuck is that game?
I think it's on Vita also. This is RPG. I don't know. When it came out, it was $40. It came out like April or March. I don't know. And Best Buy got it down to 24. And I'm like, that's probably a good price. It's just like a turn-based RPG, but the setup is kind of interesting because the game starts out and you're at the final boss, and your character's like, why are we already at the final boss? Like, how did we get here? And they're like, and your teammates are like, you serious? You don't remember?
Like, tell you the story?
And like, yeah, you go back through. Your character's name is Flashback. Great name.
Got it.
So it's like you're trying to remember how you got there, and like your memories are, you actually playing the game.
Right.
So I haven't played very long, but I've heard it's kind of easy, which is fine for me. But yeah, it feels like it'd be right out of a Super Nintendo time period. So
right.
Yeah, hopefully I'll finish that, but we'll see.
Sounds all right.
I assume you guys can't hear that.
No, nothing's ringing. Tell me about Resident Evil 3.
I forgot I had Resident Evil 3. I bought
a game we talked about
one day
recently because I said that nobody talks about that game a whole lot, so it's kind of fun that you played it recently.
Yeah, I was looking at my PlayStation games. I bought a completed Goodwill one day for $3. I'm totally fine with that. I mean, it's been a while ago. I guess I didn't realize this game has easy mode and hard mode. That was the only options. There's no normal. I picked easy mode because I'm like, I don't know. I just want to see. Like, I could always go back to hard mode.
That's weird. Easy and hard mode. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's it. But so easy mode, you must start in the chest or whatever you keep your items in. You automatically get shotgun, assault rifle, whatever the hell it is, Magnum. So I was just like,
I think if you have a save Resident Evil, you get something extra too, but I don't remember what it was.
So I mean, I've only seen. I'm not super far. I don't know how well you remember it, Ryan, but I dealt with Nemesis right before a police station.
Yeah.
And then he's chasing me around, and
he killed Brad.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I'm not a whole lot much past that.
That's pretty early.
Yeah. I like that game a lot. I don't know. I just kept thinking it's going to be hard to play with the tank controls and whatever, and it's not really. You get used to that pretty easily.
Yeah. Well, I mean, most modern day Resident Evil games still have tank controls. It's just the camera's behind the guy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'd like to finish that, but I don't know if I will. But we'll see. I got my $3 worth, definitely.
Maybe that. I wouldn't mind playing that game. I wouldn't play. I mean, I didn't like Resident Evil 1, so I say that. But I looked at Dead Rising. They were on sale again, and I just keep thinking I should buy those games. But then I hear
You should
Ryan.
get Chop Till You Drop. on
Ryan,
Wii.
yeah.
Jonathan Holmes still loves that game, and I don't
Yeah.
understand it. I mean, I've never played it, so I don't know. What
Last
else did I
game.
play?
Last game on the list, aside from the other 17 you took off of here. The worst game of all time.
Oh yeah, I was gifted Superman 64 recently.
Oh,
I was gifted that and Tetrisphere on 64.
how many rings did you get through?
Okay, see, I went to the options to put it on easy also, and there are no
Yeah.
rings. So I don't know if
What?
the rings were just on normal.
What?
I'm gonna have to put it on normal because
Were
like
there
the
time
first.
limits?
Oh yeah, you gotta. Gosh, that game's so fucking stupid. You just like fly through a city, you follow this arrow, and then you find a Superman symbol. And as soon as
Yeah.
you get it, it's like starts this event, and it's like you have 5 seconds to pick up these cars that are gonna drive into these people, and like you don't know that, you don't know what any button does, so you fail it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Till you
To
find
get used
'cause you
to
don't
it,
have enough-
right?
Yeah,
because you don't have enough time to figure it out.
because
And
that
then, like,
ground
what-
look. That ground looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Gosh, I mean, I don't even know if you can see the ground through all the fog. So I don't know. Whatever you get the cars, you throw them, you save the people. Then it's like, okay, you're flying to the
Wait,
next destination.
Whoa. Somebody's driving that car, right?
No, it's not important. You save the people on the ground. You
He
throw the
throws
cars.
the freaking car.
Just throw them wherever. You fly to the next destination, and then it's like there's these dudes that are dressed in all black. Go punch them, and so you go punch them, and it's like, all right, now you're flying again to the next destination, and it's like, oh, there's a police car, and it's driving down the road. Pick it up because it's going to get hurt. People are shooting at it, so you fly it to a bridge. Then it's like, okay, now you're flying again. It's like, what is this game? Oh man, it's bad.
They should remaster that.
They definitely should. Holy shit, that's rough. I mean,
It's gonna be on the N64 Classic.
it better be. It's like it's one of the.
It's
like-
a staple
infamous.
game. Like you
Yeah.
should you gotta know what it
remember,
is.
And when I was in like 4th or 5th grade, there were people that were there legitimately excited for that game on N64. And games were like N64 games sometimes cost 60. Some of them actually cost more than 60.
Yeah.
And so so I can't. Hopefully that game wasn't one of those that cost more than 60 because that would have been a bad thing to get for like your birthday.
I remember seeing. I remember going to Sears when Sears still had games, and they had Hexen on Nintendo 64 for $79.99. But I mean, I could see why someone would be excited because there's like not like really any good Superman games besides
Ever.
maybe is it like Death and Return of Superman on
Does Pepsi
Super
Man
Nintendo
count?
Genesis. Man, Pepsi Man is so good. I wish I had a Japanese PlayStation to play it.
Buy one from
Yeah.
Radical Reggie. He's got one that's modded to be region free.
Yeah. Wonder how hard that is to do. Probably too hard for me. I don't know. Played some more Pokken. Played a bunch of Tetris stuff because Katie's into Tetris. So whatever.
I know how that goes.
Does she like Tetris more than Puyo Puyo? Or
Yeah. I mean, I think she likes it too, but yeah, she's a Tetris person, which is
Ugh.
fine. I like Tetris. I think that's it.
Okay. Well, let's try this again one more time. Ralph, take us down
Yes.
the road of the scores that need to be surmised.
We didn't surmise any scores last time, I don't know if we did or not, but we have nothing to review because Spider-Man still does not have any reviews.
No reviews for Spider-Man still.
How
Is
many
it
was that?
early September or mid September?
I think it's early.
That's the week. No, September 14th is.
Oh,
I think September 14th is Tomb Raider, and then I think the week after is Spider-Man.
I was thinking
Okay.
Spider-Man was like the 7th, but I'm
It-
probably wrong.
I'll just double check it real quick.
I don't know. But still no reviews. but
over here.
we have some stuff to surmise.
Perfect. It's one of them why I just got a laundry basket put on top of my bullshit. Because I'd like to surmise why that happened.
I give that a 0.
Okay, so September is Destiny Forsaken on the 4th. Spider-Man is the 7th. Shadow of the Tomb Raider has got to be the week after that then. So you were right. I was wrong. What a surprise.
I don't know. I knew it was. I didn't think it was too far away, but
It's very close.
A game that is really close. The Shenmue 1 and 2 collection thing.
Remastered.
War mastered.
Put some yellow mustard on your barbecue. Is that what you're doing?
I got to go upstairs and do that. I'm going to go upstairs and barbecue the shit out of that thing.
Ryan, since you win all the time.
This was hard to predict because people think those games are good, but they suck ass.
And these remasters may not be super hot either. I don't know.
And I mean, they're good in like a historical concept.
Guacamelee 2? Holy shit! Sorry.
Oh yeah, I don't have that on here, but we could do it.
Yeah, we should.
I'm buying those Shenmue games, and I wonder how long I'll make it
before you just give up.
I couldn't make it very long into the Dreamcast one, but I only bought it was like $5 when I bought it. But 73. I don't know.
73. Okay. I was gonna go like 68.
That's literally where I was gonna go. So I'll just go one lower than you, Ralph.
67.
Yep.
I mean, I'm gonna get this at some point. I had it pre-ordered, then I canceled it. Because I feel like
I don't care about.
It's going to drop in price.
Yeah.
Shenmue, not Shamu.
I pre-ordered it.
Apparently, we have a fourth host.
I mean, I don't think it's going to sell worth a shit.
No,
I hope it does though, because if it does, then they might do some re-releases of some other Sega stuff, or maybe try to put some money behind other franchises that they haven't done in a while. But,
yeah, it'd be nice if they did like this will never happen. If they did like a Dreamcast collection of, like, I mean, there's like stuff on Dreamcast that was exclusive to it that like nobody ever talks about.
Like NFL 2K1.
NFL 2K1. We need to remaster that. I mean, there was like weird shit like Confidential Mission, which is like it was like a light gun game though. Where you got like Zombie Revenge, Dynamite Cop.
Yeah.
I've drawn a blank. Outrigger, Heavy Metal Geomatrix with Megadeth music in it. Maybe that's why that shit's not happening, but
that could be.
Whatever.
I mean, is there any way to get Pizza Hut back into Crazy Taxi, or Burger King, or KFC?
I think it's too far gone. I need to look and see when Pizza Titan comes out because I have it pre-ordered.
And I forgot to pre-order it, so I don't know.
And it may already be out. I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either.
Maybe it's next week. I don't know.
It is not on the list that I'm currently looking at, so I don't know.
Okay. I assume I'd get an email saying you can play this now, but
no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't assume that.
Yeah, you're probably right. A game none of us are probably gonna play, but I thought looked interesting. And it's getting a physical release on PS4 and Switch. Little Dragons Cafe.
What is that?
I watched gameplay of it and I still don't know what it is.
Little Dragons Cafe.
I don't know if it's like a RPG mixed with a restaurant management.
August 21st. Yeah, Pizza Titan Ultra next week.
Okay.
Nice.
That's good.
It's like a Starbucks with dragons.
Probably. I think it's
It's how they make your coffee. They just breathe fire on it to heat it up.
It'd be all right. I'm trying to remember who was publishing that. It's either NIS America or the hell's the other one? Not Axis. What is whatever.
Gearbox.
Yeah, Gearbox. I'll go first on this one. I'm gonna go another 68 on this one.
Rising Star Games is publishing it.
Oh, okay.
Axis Games, Toy Box Inc.
Okay, maybe it's.
This looks
Japanese.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, it's real. It's Japanese as fuck. It's real weird looking.
Yeah, like I remember when it was announced, I was kind of interested in it, and then I saw gameplay, and I'm like, I don't know.
The
what this
artwork
is.
without the game looks good. Then you see the game and you're like, this looks hot garbage.
Yeah, what I saw looked kind of rough, like it was kind of framey looking.
What'd you give it, Ralph? What are you going with?
68. I mean, I hope it's better than that.
Yeah. All right.
We got Derek.
61. I'm going way down.
61.
I'm just because I looked at screenshots, I would have probably given it a little higher before that, so I kind of cheated. I'm sorry.
I am going to be optimistic and give it a 69.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is optimistic.
It's the hottest of scores that can be delivered.
Speaking of Guacamelee 2, Derek.
Oh, yes.
I just added that to the list.
I like Guacamelee. I like the first one. It got pretty good reviews. I think I've got the Ultimate Edition from PlayStation for free. I'm gonna go with a 77.
77. Ryan.
74.
74. I'm gonna go
Going
80.
Yeah, I knew it. I had the feeling.
I got this feeling.
I've got nothing else, but I feel like I'm missing something.
What about this Return of Double Dragon game? What the fuck is this? Is this an actual SNES game that's coming out?
It's going to have Bimmy and Jimmy.
Billy Bare Hands.
I don't know.
It's the Japanese version of Super Double Dragon. It's
But
just getting
released in North America.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know
It's
what's
just weird.
different. Super Double Dragon, I mean, it was obviously a Super Nintendo game, but this Japanese one was supposed to be better. But yeah, it's getting a physical version. I don't know.
Somebody dying.
No, that's
Aretha.
that's the coconut wife recording me talking with the Snapchat filter on, thinking that it looks hilarious and crying, laughing the whole time. Again, don't mind me. We just have we have a fourth host. I mean, I can turn the computer.
Is it a flattering Snapchat filter?
Here, now I gotta show them the Snapchat filter. It is.
It's just weird.
Oh
That
man,
is weird.
It's not. It's just not.
Looks like
It looks like something happened to me.
it looks like
I
you got like Popeye faced or
it's not. It's almost a Popeye face.
it
Yeah,
looks racist.
it is a little
Mostly.
racist, but it's
Yeah.
Snapchat.
Snapchat is built on racism.
Yeah, like everything else in this country.
Yeah,
We live in a racist country. That's what I think. That's what Popovich said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty close.
yeah. Right before Fly bailed. Yeah.
Aside from that weird SNES game that's coming out, that was kind of everything. I mean, you could do like
I guess
I don't
we could
know.
do Pizza Titan.
Yeah, I'd be fine doing Pizza Titan. I think that game's gonna get reviewed really well.
Pizza Titan.
I think we're back to you, Ralph, for first guess.
I'm gonna go 75.
I think anyway. Maybe I was wrong.
I don't know. Well, it's probably Ryan actually.
Yeah, probably
But oh well, I went first. Who wants to go next?
Ryan.
Ryan.
I'll say 80.
80. Derek.
I want to be optimistic and give it like a really good score because I want this game to. No, not that good. I'm gonna go with an 84.
84.
I think it's gonna get reviewed really well.
Road Redemption is finally coming out on consoles this fall.
That's
Me
a
and Derek
questionable
played that.
name.
Road Redemption, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Road
It's,
Rash Redemption.
Yeah, it was that Road Rash looking game with Shovel
Yep.
Knight in it.
Which looked good. I like that.
Comes fall all forms. I think it's already on PC.
Yeah, it's been on PC for a while, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's right.
I think so too.
That's all I've got.
That's all I got.
Customize the score.
Yeah. What's the plan for next week? Unless you got something, right, Ralph? What do you got?
Well, my buddy Grim Cracker bought a sweet ass PC and all this streaming equipment, and
boy.
he started up a Twitch channel.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no.
Pimp the
And
Twitch
we're-
channel.
And we're talking about. I was helping him set up to where he can stream like Super Nintendo stuff the other day. Well, he gifted me Superman and Tetrasphere, and Harry Potter on Game Boy Color, but I haven't played that yet. But he's talking about having me
Give
come
you the-
over.
PlayStation Harry Potter games.
Oh man, but they're good. He's talking about having me come over on Sunday afternoon sometimes and having shitty game Sunday, where I just bring a random game and make him play it. and
That's a
stream
good.
it,
That's a good idea.
but I don't know if I remember. I think I'm logged into our podcast Twitch on my Xbox. I'll try to add him as a friend. So maybe if you felt like looking it up.
Yeah, no, I mean, I tried to stream this Dead by Daylight, but I'm pretty sure I logged out on the PlayStation, logged back in, and I think I still selected the wrong one again. I don't know. Man.
I don't
all
know.
Sorts of fucked up. I need to figure it out.
I got an email saying security alert. Someone is
Like,
logged into the Level Up Show podcast. I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
I'm pretty sure it was just me,
no.
but
Yeah, I'm sure. I figured it was.
I need to
Yeah.
figure that out because I was trying to stream some Dead by Daylight so you could see how bad it was, but
Yeah, I don't know. We need to figure out how to get that to where it archives shit again.
yeah, I don't understand why. I'm not good at this stuff.
I'm not. I know I'm not.
Yeah.
I barely have the internet most of the time.
You got a hamster out back that's just trying not to die.
That thing is on its last leg. Just
It's
one.
literally one-legged hamster.
It doesn't run well.
It's really sad that
Mm.
Aretha died. He was trying to die first.
Can it roll? Put it in one of those plastic balls.
They can do the donkey roll. That's
I
what
don't know
they
what that
can
is,
do.
but it sounds hot.
Donkey, sure you do. Donkey rolls from that Pop Star movie. Never stop, never
Oh, I
stopping.
forgot.
Let me see your
Okay.
donkey roll. That donkey roll. Anyway,
Man.
Yep.
Man.
yep, that movie's something else.
Is that safe for work? A donkey roll?
Better than a donkey punch, yeah.
Oh man.
Donkey punch is not something to mess around with. That
No.
that'll fuck you right up. Just
Yeah.
fuck you right up.
Well, we do still have that email. I don't know if you want to make that
Oh,
happen.
God.
Oh fuck! Thank God.
Oh no.
Thank God for Ryan.
I don't even know if it's gonna be good now.
It's going to be something. Ryan, I forgot to mention this last week. I also forgot to do anything about it. I was checking the email, and somehow, some way, somebody remembered our email address. Ralph, do you remember what our email address is?
The Level Up Show podcast at gmail.com.
Yeah, you know where else you can find us, Ralph?
Right here, right now. At
Also-
TLUSP.
Yep.
On Twitter.
That's the one. Yep.
It's twitter.app.
Yep. Whatanawesomepodcast.com for all your links and clicks for everything else about the show. But we got this random email that I definitely forgot about as I was falling asleep last week. And here it goes. This also got sent in really late, so bear with me because this could possibly have some NSFW content. I'm
There's a dick pic in it. No.
might be.
I mean, I don't think Brett Favre sent the email, but he could have.
It might be. All right, here we go. First time listener, long time emailer, which solid start already. Why are there so many wrestling games on the worst game ever list? I refuse to believe that any game that has my favorite wrestler, Ernest the Cat Miller, in it could be a
Hell
bad
yeah.
game.
His kicks were ferocious.
Yeah.
Ernest the Cat Miller is a pretty interesting cat, mostly because he isn't a cat. And then this person tells me to pause for comedic effect, like he knows what he's talking about.
Like PAWS.
That's what it could have been. It should have been PAW.
Yeah.
And then it also says, just in case you read the line above this, you weren't supposed to, so maybe fix that in post. So, I mean, he knew exactly how this podcast worked, that I would read the line that I wasn't supposed to. Anyway, he's not a cat. He's a human. Signed, only member of the WCW Hall of Fame, Snow, the quote-unquote human informer. I really thought Snow had died from the last time we heard from him, which let me just go back to my last email that we got from Snow.
I don't even know if there is a
man.
WCW Hall of Fame.
There
But
might be.
I don't know. Curtis Miller would
just
definitely be in it.
Yeah.
Now, the last email we got was from LeBron James before he was a Laker.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I mean he's probably too good now.
We could probably start a segment to where we just start rereading old emails.
We'd run out pretty quick, but yeah.
Yeah, we don't have too many.
I mean, there's some pretty good emails. Let's see here. This is back on from 2013, June 5th, 2013, 5 years ago when we started the show. What is the significance of all of someone's exes living in Texas? That's from Snow.
I don't think we ever answered that either.
No, we did. It says, "Dear Informer, there's only one X in the word Texas, so I have no idea what you're getting at. Signed, them Level Up Boys." And then Snow emailed back again saying, "We can both agree that X is living in Texas, though, right? Stay informed." Snow.
What?
I don't know what's happening. And then,
it's right in the middle, so it'd be hard to escape.
oh man, this fucking email. Okay, whew, I gotta get to.
It's the end of the show. Derek's cried.
Oh, I gotta get to. I gotta read
Derek's getting sad, reminiscing about emails. Yep.
All right, dearest George Strait. Letters are inanimate, therefore they're not living. Your ignorance is driving me bananas. And I'm probably going to call Interpol and tell them about you being way too Canadian while only having one hit single. We're not coming off as being very informative. Thanks for nothing, everyone ever. P.S. Tell the young relatives hello.
At this point, I don't know who wrote any of this.
It couldn't have been me. I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, I don't know what's going on anymore.
I mean, it was Snow, and then I'm not sure. I'm guessing Ralph responded to Snow.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I'm going to go through one more here. This is only a 2 email thread here, and then we'll get out of here. This is a pretty good segment, though, because we don't do this anymore. If you're spectating a multiplayer match, how do you know who the bad guy is? /R. The original Snow former, Snow.
Oh, I have no memory of that one.
That's why it's a good context. This is why it's a good segment. Here is this is the return email. Dear First Blood, this is easy. Scott Hall is always the bad guy. Thanks, asshole, everybody. I wonder why we don't get emails anymore. We were so mean in most of these. But some of these
why the fuck would you listen to this show? That pisses me off.
Oh man, some of these emails are so good. I got to do one more. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
How many are there? Like 3?
There's 4. There's a lot of emails. We used to do them all the time. Oh man. Somebody, aka Ryan, had a lot of time on his hands. This is from July 2nd.
Yeah.
This is July 2nd, 2013. Is 0 a lonelier number than 1? Signed the only Canadian, Brian Adams. Do you remember how this one happened? Do you remember the response to this one, Ralph?
No, I don't remember that question or that email.
Dear Summer of '69, 0 is not a 0 is not a number. It is a letter. Such a dumb motherfucker. Not even remotely sincerely. Neil Moonjacket Armstrong, aka the mayor of the Moonjack City, aka Neil beat off on the moon so much that his arms grow.
Oh man.
So good.
That's fucking dumb.
Oh, we had shit every single week. There's more. We got to do more. Oh god.
We gotta start replying to these emails.
I'm replying 5 years late.
Reply to our reply. Yeah.
I remember I called you an asshole. Please come back. We need the money.
We have a Patreon now.
Please
You
subscribe
fucking
to our-
asshole.
Please subscribe to our Patreon at the 50-cent tier. Oh,
We do a
God,
Patreon
dude.
where we give them like $1 every month to listen to our show.
Patreon is us just selling dick pics on the internet.
Oh man,
Oh, fuck.
that's the penny tier. Yeah.
Oh, yes. That's the 10 penny tier. Oh, God. That's, man, we did some shit 5 years ago, guys. What happened? I mean, I'm telling you, there's an email every single week before we did the show. Somebody had a ton of time on their hands.
I mean, we must have just started. So
It
Yeah,
was
no.
I think it was. Somebody actually monitoring those, or those like responding the day of?
This one didn't get an email. This one that I haven't read yet does not have a response. This one here, 7-2, got responded on 7-2. So yes, they were. This was sent at 1:58 a.m. The response was sent at 10:31 p.m. that day. So
Okay.
I mean, there's a good difference there. But I mean, there was an email on the 2nd, the 10th, the 17th, the 24th, the 2nd, the 11th, the 17th. I mean, every single week we had an email. Now we're lucky. Now we're lucky if we get an email once a year. Well, there was this 2-year gap where we don't have an email, I guess. from July 2014 to let's see here, to
our account was down.
January
Yeah.
of 2016.
We
We
got
were
hacked.
banned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
banned in Canada. Snow wasn't listening to us anymore.
Yeah, he reported us.
Oh,
For all the evil
he
responses.
deported himself, it seems like.
Our bangs weren't big enough.
No.
Yep, that had to be what it is. All right, wow, that was a great way to end the show because I did not expect to fucking lose my mind so much of those emails. Those are some great emails. Like, you should go back through there, Ralph, and look at some of those because they are pretty fucking solid. I understand that I'm the only one that's over here crying about them, but oh boy, those are pretty good. Dear Summer of '69, 0 is not a number, it's a letter, you motherfucker. Good. Oh fuck. All right. Oh fuck.
Always been my nickname. Summer of '69.
Dear Summer of '69, yep. All right, that's the end of the show. What are we doing for next week? Who's playing what? Ralph, what are you playing? Pizza Titan?
Probably longest 5 minutes.
Well, 5 minutes, yeah.
Hopefully, I get Mega Man Legends in the mail because I went down that route.
Yeah. Whatever.
Whatever. Resident Evil, maybe.
Ryan, are you going to attempt to play anything other than Octopath and not talk about it?
Shenmue?
I gotta finish it at some point. Does Shenmue come out next week? Is that?
That's why we're surmising it.
I think so.
No, man.
21st, yep.
Yeah.
I could see how long I could last Shenmue. I didn't last very long last time.
I've never lasted very long, but I still have 3 kids, so I understand what you're saying.
You gotta find that
Yeah.
black car that
Yep.
I made it to the second disc. That's all I
you did.
remember. I
I
never
don't even know
finished it,
how
though.
many discs are there. Is it like 3 or 4? Or
I think it's 3. Could be 4, though. I don't remember. I don't have it anymore. Dreamcast version. What you, Derek?
I'm going to try to finish Life is Strange, which shouldn't be too hard. Maybe try to get into Hellblade. I would also like to be able to get downstairs and play some Super Nintendo. I kind of want to rework the basement, how it's set up right now. Like I said, I wouldn't mind putting, because anytime I sit in bed, and I've already talked about this before, if I sit or lay in bed and try to play Super Nintendo, 1, the cord's not long enough. 2, I get tired and want to sleep. But if I sit in a chair and I'm sitting like right next to it, it's a little easier for me to maybe play some games. But I'd also like to rework the bar area with the actual SNES and the Sega and play some more of that Sega game I bought recently. So
Batman Robin?
Batman Robin, yep. So we'll see what I can get done. I'm on the train of trying to finish some games, but I know some of these Super Nintendo games are not like easily beatable in the amount of time I have to play. So we'll see. Probably play a little more Dead by Daylight because that's what the guys want to play. Play some more Overcooked. Try to get the Coconut to play. We'll see. Send emails. Send all of the emails. BelowTheLipShowPodcast@gmail.com.
I think my dad sent an email one time.
I'm going to go through and flag all of the emails and put them in a folder, and we're literally going to start rereading these emails.
I think we've already done it once. Like,
Yeah, it's
like
fine.
that one that was like the would you rather one.
Yeah. I need Ralph to read. Ralph was always the email reader. He was always the guy that read the emails. That's why he responded. 'cause he
Oh,
was
I don't even
always-
remember that.
Yep. Ralph read and responded to most of the emails because he was the guy that ran all that stuff. So we'll see. Maybe we'll go back to our roots to where I host and Ralph does the news and the everything else. So
And
that'll work
Ryan
out
watches
perfectly.
YouTube. Yeah.
And Ryan shows up at to my place and rips the bumper off of his car because of my terrible driveway. Yep.
Did I do that? I don't remember.
I think you crunched once. That was about it. Yeah.
Raped it, I'm pretty sure. But
Jolene was like, "Dad, how long you been doing the podcast?" I'm like, almost a little over 5 years. And she's like, "So before I was born?" I'm like, well, no.
No.
How old are you? And she was like, almost 7. I'm like, okay, so no. I'm like, I've been doing it longer than Olivia's been alive. Oh, and Hadley? Yes, child, clearly. It's been going a long time since before both of the other children we were born. We only had one kid.
have they started teaching math yet?
Math and meth is a course they teach here in Iowa.
Well,
It's all about grams. It's all about measuring out grams.
that's what chemistry is nowadays in Iowa.
Yep. And every teacher that teaches that class has to be named Mrs. White. It's a whole thing.
Okay. The Instagrams. Is that what you're getting at?
Right. The grandmas and grandpas. Yep. That's all they
Okay.
teach. Okay. All right. That's it. For Ryan, for Ralph, I'm Derek. Level up.
Forever.
Level up forever. That'll be our greatest hits catalog.